Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. I don't know, man. I'm scrambling.
We're on Fan Run Radio.
Bear saw me like pull up to the station. I'm eating a salad in my lap while I drive.
How does that work?
I don't know. I did it. I don't think I got any on me.
I mean, we've had different Fan Run members over the years admit to eating like cereal.
Yeah, that's what is not.
Marcus and I think John Reed.
I don't think it was anything like that, but had anything to eat. Had to swing through Wendy's. Apple pecan salad, very tasty. But
apples and pecans go together.
The line took a long time, so
you're on there too.
I was running late, man. I had to go get the show on the road. Show starts at 3. That's not a suggestion. Well, it's 3:02.
We were playbook guys were a little bit late.
What were you doing over there in the corner behind Walker?
Oh, man.
Nothing?
No, you weren't doing nothing. Do you want to explain what you were doing, or should I explain what you were doing?
Because the look I got from Walker as you were like, you looked like you were pumping something by like.
No,
I was. This sounds fascinating. Let's hear it, boys.
Walker's just looking at me like this guy.
Okay, so when we come in here and sit down, your chair is always a little bit warm because there's a bunch of dudes. These chairs are used all day long. For whatever reason today, when I sat down in this chair, it's abnormally hot. And I've already been outside. I'm hot from being outside. I don't like sitting in a hot chair. It's kind of gross. So we've got our fan over here. So I took the chair over there and then put the fan up to cool it back down. Because Hollander, I don't know what Hulk's got going on, but I'm thinking he might have a fever.
You're blowing off the chair with the fan?
He was fanning his chair because it was too hot to sit in.
What are you doing?
I don't like sitting in a hot chair. Who does?
Well, nobody does, but I'm not going to go hold a fan up to
Luckily
it.
for me, I've got a fan. I think,
every now and then you got to sit on a hot chair, dude.
You don't think I'm on a hot seat? Plenty of, more than anybody else here usually, other than McClure, but
like sitting down on a warm toilet seat.
That's disgusting. So yeah, that's what it was doing. I don't know what's wrong with Brett. He's abnormally hot today.
It looked fine to me.
He was all slumped down in the chair when I walked in.
Had a great U.S. men's national team jersey on.
I love that shirt, man.
It's great.
What are we, 10 days away?
Yeah, 10 days away from USA's first game.
When's the big UFC fight at the White House?
Isn't that 4th of July?
Is it? I mean, they've got that whole thing built out.
I think it's a couple weekends from now. I
don't know if you're aware of this, Bear, but we're celebrating 250 years of our country this summer. I know that's not on your radar, but the United States of America, 250 years old. That's a quarter of what's half a millennium.
Well, I was a little kid when we celebrated the 200th. Little kid. Am I crazy for thinking we ought to wait to 3?
250's good.
250's huge.
Yeah.
Quarter of the way to 1,000.
I mean, I get you don't want to celebrate it. I understand that. This is a difficult time for you.
Yeah.
But the rest of us, 250, man. We're fired up for it. World Cup on home soil, 250 years old. It's a big deal, Bear.
So the games start in 2 weeks?
They start on June 11th. So
9 days is not 2 weeks, no.
A week and a half. I believe it's Tuesday next week when it begins, or Thursday or something around there.
Thursday if it's 9 days.
Yep.
Today's Tuesday.
It's gonna be
We're
awesome.
firing on all cylinders.
First game is Mexico, right? They're playing the first game down in
Mhm.
Mexico City.
Yes, and then we play the day after. Squad looked good against Senegal over the weekend. If anyone watched that game,
Did they?
Senegal
they
ain't
looked
played
better.
nobody.
Then
we
what-
got up 2-0,
Top
and then we
15
kind of
team by FIFA.
we farted around, right?
Yeah, we gave up a late goal at halftime. They came out, and then Mane scored 2 goals, if you know who that is. And
Sadio Mane, former
Yep.
Liverpool man.
best football player in the world, for all those who know that video. But yeah, we looked pretty good, but we also subbed 10 guys at halftime, including the goalkeeper, and just keep the
Yeah,
guys
I
fit.
heard the first goal we gave up was like
It was dumb.
just something that can't happen.
Yeah, that's why we play these games
We're
now.
going to play 3 at the back.
I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be 3 at the back.
What do you think, Bob? 3 at the back, or we go 4?
Hey, I watched Ted Lasso.
I've watched only a few episodes.
Oh,
of that.
so you think we should go with the false 9? Who is the villain? Nate,
Nate. Yeah.
Nate was a big false 9 guy.
the big false 9 guy.
Yeah, I'll definitely, once it gets started, I'll pay some attention to it, but I got to admit, I haven't gotten too
you get sucked
spun
in.
up on it yet.
You usually do, and then all of a sudden you get the text in the group from Bob. This is just incredible action, fellas.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ and I are going to be melting down like each minute
Well,
of that.
yeah,
US
first-
game.
Feels like you did a little already today.
Yeah.
I mean,
First
that
USA
was-
game is against Paraguay. It's like a 9 p.m. start out
Yep.
there in LA. So a week from this Friday. So that's very exciting.
Where are they playing? At the Coliseum or at SoFi?
SoFi.
SoFi.
They got the grass in there, huh?
We got grass out there, putting grass in all the stadiums for this.
A lot of grass going in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a grass expert.
865-966-3435. I find when you lead with soccer, it's Radio 101 here in East Tennessee, reels them in.
Mhm.
Like ratings
chair.
bonanza happening right now.
The live chat.
They're
They don't agree.
fired up.
No,
They're already
they
chiming
already-
in, huh?
Yeah, Bob, save us here, please. That's what Jason Scheck
Just the
said.
passion. This is arguably the biggest World Cup in USA history.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and tell
The
you.
passion.
There's a good chance I may not watch a game.
That's awful. Well, that actually makes sense.
That's true. You're
You guys aren't in
you
it.
have no rooting interest,
That's true.
right?
None of your guys are in it.
I
One
mean,
for you, Bob. Got one for
what
you, and
is-
I got one for you.
Are there any communist nations in the World Cup?
How many communist nations are left? Cuba and North Korea?
Venezuela?
Is Venezuela communist?
Vietnam?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. There's a handful. Russia's not. They're an oligarchy.
I know that saddens you.
Invoice from Danny
Here's
has
what
a
it
good
is.
idea. He said, could we maybe have daily updates from Mr. Bear on the World Cup, but it's in session.
Oh, that's a beautiful
That's-
idea.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Bears World Cup minute. Magic Mike says, I'm just going to ask, should our national anthem be added to the list of awesome things Bear hates?
No, it really shouldn't. I mean, I get that you love this gag, Russ, but I'm not anti-American.
I turned your anthem off. You can sit down
Yeah.
and stop saluting now.
You know there's a camera on me. Everybody knows I'm not standing up.
Laos is the other. There are 5 countries
Laos
globally
is?
that are officially governed by communist parties and adhere to Marxist-Leninist principles. I mean, Bear, you'd have a good time over there, like East Asia now, North
eat
Korea,
snakes
Vietnam,
there.
Laos, China.
No thanks.
Your people. And Cuba. Cuba's just hanging on, man. Like, what are they doing?
They have no.
Who are they fooling?
They don't even have electricity right now, supposedly.
Just bend the knee, man. It's over. It's been over.
They aren't going to do it. I don't know why, but they won't.
Maybe we should bomb them.
Why?
We've fought this war against communism for almost 100 years, over 100 years
I mean,
now.
why the hell would we bomb
And we're
a
down
third
to-
world country that doesn't have electricity? Bomb them to do what? Just to kill people? What kind of bloodthirsty savage are you,
to
sir?
bring democracy to the Western Hemisphere.
It's awful.
put our foot up. We're down to 5. 5 communist countries left. Let's go ahead and eradicate it. Isolate China. I mean, Cuba. We could take care of them easy. Laos, nobody even find that on the map. North Korea, okay, that's a little dangerous. Vietnam, surely we could take them down. What could go wrong there?
Yeah.
Laos borders Vietnam directly.
What could possibly go wrong with a war against Vietnam?
Okay, well, we'll leave that to the professionals, I guess. Speaking of professionals, Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, coming up here momentarily. The Christopher Gabriel program will join in hour number 3. He'll give us his postmortem on Tennessee baseball and softball, which came to an end. Yeah. By the way, congrats, Bob. I know you're, or I'm not congratulations, but I'm sorry. I know you're mourning Alabama's loss.
Yeah.
Last night. That's
I'm going to tell
one.
you, I talked to some other people today who were, they may not want to admit it, but there's a lot of disdain for Texas Tech. I'm telling you.
Roll down Tide.
Sounds like a lot of love for Bama to me.
Well,
a lot of Bama love.
I just hate this narrative of we'll buy athletic excellence. That's all they're doing, man. I mean,
would you hate it if we were doing it?
Is that not what we're trying to do?
I just hate this. We're buying athletic excellence, says the Los Angeles Dodgers fan sitting next to me.
Yeah, well, no.
I point the finger of hypocrisy at you, sir.
No, but I guess what I'm getting at is, and that's fair, but what I'm getting at is also, I'm thinking of Cody Campbell. His wife wants us.
They want to make the rules now.
Yeah, she's a softball fan. So let me build a team for her, a super team with, all the players who made plays in that thing last night were big dollar transfers. Okay. And I know that that's some of the name of the game across the board. Our basketball teams doing something similar. But yes, then you got this guy who is a mega booster. He's a billionaire, and he's like, well, I'm going to weigh in on what college athletics are going to look like. I just think the whole Texas Tech thing stinks, quite honestly. That's all.
Is it a lot of it? They're one of the have-nots and not the have.
Yeah, they're the new kid on the block. They're the nouveau riche guy coming into the neighborhood, taking over the HOA.
It's not even nouveau riche. It's just gross, man. It's like Beverly Hillbillies. It's like Jed Clampett taking over.
Okay, now we're getting to it.
What's wrong with the Beverly Hillbillies?
Well, I love that show. No, I loved that show, but I don't know.
Black Gold,
Texas tea.
You ever watch the Hillbillies, Walker?
Nope. No idea what that is.
You don't know what the Beverly Hillbillies is?
Nope. Don't know.
What?
Granny?
How is that possible?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Stew?
You don't know what the Beverly Hillbillies are?
I've probably heard of stuff from it. I just don't.
Jethro?
Uncle Jed?
Ellie Mae?
Nope.
They used the pool table as a big dining room table, and the pool cues were called pot passers.
Nope.
Yeah.
The cement pond.
The cement.
I'm
going to the cement pond.
You never heard? I mean, it's one of the most iconic television theme songs of all time.
It's up there with like Andy Griffith and
I got nothing.
How does it go, Bear? One day, old Jed was packed up the car and moved to Beverly Hills.
Nope.
That is
movie stars.
How have you? I mean, this blows my mind. This is the most shocking Gen Z out of like I don't say out of touch, but like I cannot believe you
because
never heard of
it
the
shows in
Beverly Hillbillies.
reruns on all the channels that parents will let their little kids watch.
Well, there was a movie remake like 20 years ago.
That was terrible. Erica Laniak played Ellie Mae.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking. Is like all I remember was Ellie Mae was kind of hot.
I don't know what to tell you.
You familiar with Erica Laniak?
No.
Oh, but by the way, this also yesterday marks the end of the Nike era.
What are you talking about?
Yesterday?
I thought that was
in July.
I thought it was July.
Well, there's no other sports.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Next time a Tennessee athletic team takes the field, it will be
clad in Adidas.
Have you seen any of the stuff yet? Have they had any?
No, that stuff comes out in July.
Yeah,
they're doing like a whole week of reveals.
Dude, what if it comes out and it's like Clemson orange right off the bat? We're gonna flip. We're gonna have a melt.
Some people will be.
I'm ready
down.
to be angry about it.
They better put
torches,
Jamie on lockdown if when that time comes.
Us is going to have them on speed dial.
Like, obviously, football will be the big one. Like, do we think that they will have basketball, baseball concepts ready to go? Do they have all that stuff? Because
I'm sure they do by now.
yeah,
They?
you would think
will.
so.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
I would
one
think
thing. As far as mentioning basketball, I'd be all about the old Adidas Smoky Grays coming. Those basketball ones are sharp. That's my favorite Smoky Gray.
But it's going to leak. Like some guy in the back room is going to get it and snap a picture and send it to his friend, and then that's going to go online, and like it's going to be a big thing. Danny White's going to be angry.
Either that or they'll leak it just to gauge.
No, they won't leak it. They'll want to.
Well, how did it get out when remember the god awful Smoky jerseys that the fan base, and I think the coaches said no.
Well, that was leaked by a store somewhere, but this is different because like that wasn't a switch over. They will want to make this a big deal and make it look clean and neat to celebrate their new partnership and get that relationship started off on a good foot. Good foot, right foot. I'm telling you, man, I'm in scramble mode. Been scrambling today. Scrambled eggs.
It's going to look good? What's your all's gut?
I think it'll look fine. I'm not.
But you're not a big uniform guy, are you?
No, I am.
Are you?
Absolutely am.
What's the best Vols uniform going right now?
The best Vols uniform going. For me, it's the home basketball uniforms with the script Vols.
The cream. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Barnes sneaky. I hope they got his input, but he's got an eye for.
No, really?
I think so. He brought back I don't know who brought it back originally, but they wear the old throwback warm up pants, and
yeah.
The only thing they've rolled out in that I didn't like was the dark mode.
That's all. I can't get that out of my head, man. That's rough.
I'm sorry. What's that?
The black uniforms
that look like practice gear. You not remember that this year?
Oh, basketball.
Yeah,
the dark mode one.
It doesn't bother me.
I mean,
it bothered me.
My favorite uni is the football dark mode ones. I love those uniforms.
Give me the classics. Old. I mean, our orange jerseys, the white pants with 2 stripes.
Orange and white, baby.
It's a look you can set your watch to.
And if you want to throw some gigantic numbers that you could see from space on those jerseys, have at it. We won a natty last time we had those.
I actually, not for nothing, I liked this season's gray baseball uniforms.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about baseball this year was the creams being gone, the original creams.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hathaway, Mr. Drysdale. You don't remember these people?
No.
Dash Riprock.
No idea who these people are.
Riprock.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. The great and powerful Ryan Shumpert joins us. When we continue, it's The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. This week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with post-game fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday and Sunday. It's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
The show, the month of June, off and running. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear Walker Smith joining us today in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. And joining us on the phone line right now, our old pal Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Shump, good afternoon. How are you, sir? Let's try that again. Shump, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Ryan Shumpert. We're doing well, man. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. So the RTI private jet engines have cooled. Ryan Shumpert and Jack Foster are back in town, and the school year has come to an end for our beloved University of Tennessee Vols and Lady Vols. What does Ryan Shumpert do now with all this free time?
Well, from a work standpoint, baseball portal will keep me relatively busy, and then the MLB draft and some football stuff, more and more football stuff really as the summer wears on and we get closer and closer to kickoff. But definitely a little bit more free time. I'm sure I'll spend a good bit of time on the golf course and hopefully getting a little bit of R&R.
Here you go. Little golf. Maybe any tennis or just golf?
No, maybe a little bit of pickleball.
He's a trendy one. He's a trendy one. Ryan Shumpert is.
I got a little bit into tennis during COVID, but I don't really have anyone that. Not that I was.
We go hit a little.
Any good?
We should go hit sometime, man. It'd be fun.
We might have to get it done.
Let's do it. Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider. So let's get into the baseball here a little bit. We're seeing the exodus after the season ends and guys hitting the transfer portal. And up until an hour or two ago, there hadn't been any major names who were like, oh, man, that's a huge loss for Tennessee. Jay Abernathy today goes into the portal. Now, he was kind of, fan opinion split on him. I always thought he had a lot of potential. The production, not really there this past season. That won't be hard to place. Your thoughts on everybody who's left so far and any surprises there?
Yeah, I think Jay, and I don't even think it was necessarily a surprise, but that was the one that you maybe say, Tennessee would like to keep him, or there's a real path to him contributing next year. So not shocking, and like you said, the production was never great. It never matched up to the talent, which certainly with his skill set was a bit tantalizing. So he's the only one to me that I view as super notable. I mean, I could see Braden Crinslow going and having some success elsewhere, but that was one that just certainly felt like a fresh start for all sides was probably best. And, while Jay is probably there's opportunities. You look in center field. I think Garrett Wright will get drafted and go pro. And you look at the middle infield with Manny Marin and Blake Grimmer. Both those guys could go pro. At the positions Jay Abernathy plays, there was going to be opportunity. So I think that with the fact that he had played some and you could see the upside, makes it somewhat of a disappointing loss. But certainly the fact that his production, with plenty of opportunities, was never great doesn't make it, some super debilitating blow for the Vols either.
So, Ryan, you just mentioned Manny Marin and Blake Grimmer. So they're both draft eligible then?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, because we were talking about that yesterday in terms of retention targets, the ones that are top of the list. And, so there's some real, typical names you would imagine, Appenzeller, Grinlinger, et cetera. Grimmer came up for me, but wasn't sure of his status. But that's a good segue into a piece you dropped yesterday on RTI as far as the priorities as you see them in the offseason for this baseball program. And it's the usual suspects, and positionally speaking, that we're all talking about: relievers, starters, bats, you name it. But which one would you say in your five is of paramount importance?
Yeah, I think Tennessee's just got to get more pitching. Whether you want to call that bullpen or starting, I think some of that could be dependent. If Landon Mack decides to come back for his junior season and he's going to be healthy and Tennessee can retain Cam Appenzeller, and all of a sudden I don't think starting pitching is just a massive, point of emphasis for Tennessee. But there's no doubt Tennessee has to be better than they were on the mound this past year. They're going to lose a number of their better. I mean, we talked about it all year. There's six pitchers on that team that you have any sort of trust in. 4 of them are likely going to be gone. So to me, that's just priority one across the board. Is Tennessee has to get more pitching. They have to get better in the bullpen. They need to have more power arms. I think that will be, a top the priority list for Josh Elander and his staff.
Do you anticipate any coaching staff adjustments? I know people have been, at various times, both Josh Reynolds and Geralman have come under criticism, I would say, but it seems to me, just outside looking in here, Shump, that Elander, like his predecessor, Tony Vitello, pretty loyal guy.
Yeah, I mean, Geralman would genuinely stun me if he were to leave or get pushed out or anything like that. I mean, he is a guy that left a pretty solid, though awkward situation at Florida, but a good situation, and a guy that Josh Elander's known a really long time. Josh Reynolds, I think, is a more interesting situation. I feel like Tennessee was somewhat backed into a corner of just kind of having to hire him at the point in the year that they were making that hire. So that wouldn't stun me. Not that I've heard anything that would indicate to me that that's going to happen, but that one logically, makes a little bit more sense if Josh Elander would want to go find someone that's a little bit more experienced, has a little bit more pitching coach experience in the SEC. So we'll see. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but it is one that I'm certainly monitoring and watching.
Hey, let's rewind, painful as it may be, but rewind back to the game that ended the season for the Vols on Saturday against VCU. Tegan Kuhns felt like when he came out, first couple of innings, I think second inning, he struck out the side. Felt like he was dealing early. Then we know the rest of the story, right? He left the game early, was apparently under the weather. Were you guys hearing any rumblings about that, his condition, before the game?
I hadn't, but I do believe Ben McKee, Go Vols 24/7 had, because he mentioned that pretty early, maybe not early in the outing, but early when the velo started to drop before, anyone came out to look at him. So that was, I hadn't heard that before the start, but I do think, there was Ben knew about it, so I don't think it was something that was made up or anything like that.
And then to pile on, I guess, did you hear anything similar on Blaine Brown being maybe under the weather as well?
I have not, so I don't necessarily think that's the case. He did have a big towel in the dugout on whatever day they played VCU during that game. He didn't start, so I guess read into that what you want, but I haven't heard anything on that front.
Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, with us here this afternoon. We're doing our post-mortem Tennessee baseball here today on the program. The Super Regionals are set. We'll get your thoughts on that here in just a minute, but I'd love to get your thoughts on this take of mine. Ryan, I'm not alone in this. I'm sure you've seen this online a lot from fans. We've already talked about, you made a great point about the pitching has to get better. We've all seen the numbers. This is the worst hitting team Tennessee's had since 2021. I think there's room for improvement in all facets for this program. But in my opinion, the number one thing that Josh Elander has to find a way to address is Tennessee baseball under Tony Vitello. Yes, great players, big league prospects, but there was an attitude, a swagger, an aura, if you will, that program had from the minute they walked onto the field that I didn't see this season. Maybe a glimpse here or there, but certainly not the consistency with which we saw it for the 5-6 years before this season. We know that there's only one Tony Vitello. I think it's unfair and unreasonable to expect Josh Elander to be Tony Vitello. He's a laid-back guy, though. Do you agree with me that that's something that he has to address? And if so, how do you do that if you're a calm, cool, collected guy and you're trying to inject some fire and enthusiasm into your program?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. My initial reaction is that I don't think you have to have it. I mean, there are programs and teams that have had plenty of success not being over the top or having the fire that Tennessee had. I think what I would pinpoint more, and you could say that these two things go hand in hand, and I don't necessarily think that's wrong. It didn't feel like this team had a great ability when they faced adversity to quickly respond. I don't think you can say that this team didn't handle adversity well or they quit or anything like that, because they easily could have, and they could have not made the NCAA tournament where things were sailing through 4 weeks in SEC play. So I think there's a credit to that, but when you just talk about in individual games or weekend series, like it felt like when Tennessee got punched, they sometimes struggled to shake out of that. And I think that's probably especially true for the offense, and certainly, as we know, Tennessee's offense was going to have to overcome some the pitching staff's issues for the most part. So, I think you need to see them do better with that. I don't necessarily think that has to just mean that they have to get back to playing with this crazy amount of fire. And I think your point of how do you do that, it's just like, that's kind of what I sit there. I mean, I think that's a perfect world. Tennessee gets back to that, but I'm not sure, it feels a little bit like trying to put a square peg into a round hole.
One more baseball question from me. We've talked about guys leaving the program, going into the portal. We're obviously going to be looking at players coming in. One is going to be visiting, it sounds like on Thursday, this Jake Souders kid from Samford. Any thoughts on what you've seen in terms of your research on this guy?
Yeah, I think it's almost kind of funny. He has a little bit of a Jay Abernathy-like skill set, and the fact that he can play in the outfield and can play in the infield. Stole, I think, around 20 bases last season. Certainly much better average, much better. I mean, not much better on base percentage, but, put up better hitting stats. Still not crazy power. And certainly he's doing it in the SoCon, so the competition's a good deal easier. But I do think there are, ironically, some similarities there. And, I think playing come to Tennessee on Thursday, and I believe Mississippi State next weekend, or maybe sometime this week as well. So certainly someone that some other big fish are interested in, and a guy that's been productive in 2 seasons at Samford.
Do you think the investment is there, Shump, in terms of, Danny White made this hire, and, I don't know if pressure's the right word, but like the fans wanted this hire. Obviously the players in that program wanted that hire. Year one was okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad year. It wasn't a great year. It's what it is. Do you think that the administration, the booster class, will look at this and say, hey, we need to prop this guy up? We're going to be battling Mississippi State, other big spenders for this Souders kid, and we all know that there are going to be other high-profile recruiting battles here. Do you think that Tennessee will come up with the dollars to improve Josh Elander's roster heading into next season?
I don't know. It would be the answer. I mean, to me, it's the huge question. I mean, it's the question that Tennessee's been staring down the barrel of for many years now. Of you want to be in everything school. Well, to compete at the highest level in these sports, you got to be big spenders, and Tennessee is certainly doing that in basketball. And they're investing a good deal into the Lady Vols. Their football is obviously football. I don't think they're the very, very top of the sport by any means, but certainly takes a lot of resources too. I don't know. And I think this is going to be a very telling month as much as anything, because I don't think Tennessee with Tony was ever one of the, top, roster budget, if that's the way you want to phrase it, in the SEC. I don't think they were in a terrible spot by any means, but I don't think they were spending as much as other people. And I think there was such an allure of coming and playing for Tony Vitello. Like, I just talked to, dozens over the last couple of years of transfers and people that committed to Tennessee. And, that's something that so many talked about is, watching Tennessee and wanting to play for Tony Vitello, that I think was a little bit of an evening, would even things up and gave Tennessee maybe a more fighting chance if they didn't have the very highest offer on a kid, which isn't to say that was the case all the time. And Tennessee was always playing from behind. So I don't think that's accurate either, but that was a real benefit they had that they will not have anymore. And I'm very curious to see how that plays out over the next month.
Let's jump over to football for just a couple minutes. Obviously, the story that has ruled the Vols news cycle when it comes to football the last week or so has been the status of Chaz Coleman. And you and I communicated a little bit over the weekend. I mean, there were a couple premature statements about his status, but I mean, even though that is not the case yet, I mean, it very well could end up that way. I want to get your take on this. We talked about this yesterday. Even if Chaz Coleman stays, I think we're getting into a little bit of a danger zone of, will he really be able to contribute? Because, Chris Lowe said it to me. We've talked about it. He hasn't really done much with this team in terms of development. What are your thoughts on, this pursuit of, is this guy even going to be a part of the program?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And the whole thing about Chaz Coleman was that his potential was tantalizing. He hasn't gone on the field anywhere, let alone Tennessee. He hasn't gone on the field anywhere and proven that he's the number one player in the transfer portal, or, what a top 10 player in transfer portal would probably be more realistic. So I think that's as much as a concern as anything, is that Tennessee is banking on this guy. You look at what they have on the edge rusher position. Like, they need Chaz Coleman to produce, and they need Chaz Coleman to produce. They need Chaz Coleman to have a big offseason to set himself up in a position to produce at a high level. So I think that's a concern as much as anything to me. Even if Chaz Coleman is on this team come the fall, is he going to produce like the guy that Tennessee was banking on when he committed back in January?
So where are you guys at? Do you think he's going to be on the roster?
It feels very up in the air still to me. I mean, if you made me pick one or the other, I would say yes, he'll be on the roster, but it doesn't feel like a sure thing at this point.
I mean, different implications or different factors. I agree with Ryan. I could see him on the roster, but maybe not being there by the time the season ends, which was kind of similar to what we went through with Boo Carter, but again, for different reasons. And
I mean, I know he's not, every situation is different. This is not Boo Carter. Boo Carter was a monumental distraction. A distraction is still a distraction. I mean, I don't know how the teammates would view it or anything, but you just wonder if the juice is going to be worth the squeeze with this thing. But I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors that we don't even know about. So,
yeah, and I mean, that's one other thing I want to say on it. I know VolQuest, I think it was Austin Price, maybe Brent Hubbs, that did some really good reporting last week on how his NIL deal has been restructured, and if he doesn't play, Tennessee's not going to lose a ton of money on it, and that's certainly better than the alternative. But at the end of the day, Tennessee, it's not necessarily just about the money they invested; it's about what they expected from the money they invested. That's sending the message that they need that guy to go produce, and you're looking at a defensive line that lacks pass rushers. That just because you don't end up having to pay him whatever the original agreed upon thing was, if he's not on the team, like, it's still a huge miscue and misstep by Tennessee to have to be depending on this guy who theoretically, in this case, wouldn't even make it to kickoff. So, again, it's better than the alternative. I guess you can turn around and add that money to what you're going to spend next year. But it's a guy Tennessee's counting on and banking on. And here we are talking about it in second day of June, whether he's even going to be on the team. It's a really bad position to be in for what was Tennessee's biggest pickup in the transfer portal this offseason.
Yes, at a premium position with very little depth behind it.
Right.
Yep.
Not ideal.
100%.
All right, Shump, the NCAA Super Regionals are all set. A lot of SEC teams still playing, a couple playing each other. Auburn and Ole Miss will play each other. Mississippi State, Georgia. I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that the Bulldogs win that one. Anything else catch your eye when it comes to Super Regionals this week?
Yeah, I think just naturally the all SEC ones I find really interesting. I would be surprised if Mississippi State beats Georgia just because Georgia has been so strong all season, and Mississippi State feels like they've struggled when they've played better teams in the SEC. I'll tell you, Auburn, Ole Miss is a team when they were here, I was just super impressed with the fact that they had a number of really good power bats in that lineup, and maybe not incredible pitching depth, but a couple good starters and a couple guys out of the bullpen with nasty stuff. So I could really see Ole Miss going on the road and pulling the upset there. And yeah, I mean, I'm just annoyed by what an easy draw Alabama got first with the regional and now with the Supers. But maybe Rick Pitino magic and get the Johnnies going this weekend, and they can pull the upset in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, Shump, that I was, for all sorts of reasons, but I was clearly rooting for Milwaukee to beat Auburn because the backstory there, you might know a lot of it. It's incredible. They play their home games in a city park in Milwaukee. They don't even have a stadium. Had a losing record. I mean, this tournament's been fascinating to me just from that perspective about the small schools and just some of these crazy stories.
And UCLA and Georgia Tech going out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, even with Milwaukee, it's the Bruce Pearl Bowl. We usually think it as Tennessee Auburn, but no. And kind of the similar way. I mean, how did Bruce Pearl get the Tennessee job? He beat Alabama in the NCAA tournament. So I was hoping that theme would continue of Milwaukee ruining the postseason of Alabama-based schools.
Yeah.
All right, Shump, good stuff. What are you guys working on this week over at Rocky Top Insider?
Yeah, so plenty of stuff from Baseball Portal, keeping everybody up to date on that. Softball fallout Ryan Sylvia has, and then whatever football and basketball stuff comes up, we'll have complete coverage over RockyTopInsider.com.
One of the unfortunate circumstances, of course, Lady Vols not winning was one of them, but we were intending to send Sylvia to Oklahoma City if they had made it to the championship round, and just the thought of Sylvia having to sit and bake in Oklahoma City kind of made me smile. Would have looked forward.
Well, he was, I think at Sherry Parker Lee, at least in the NCAA tournament, he got to sit outside, and I think he was fighting for his life those first 2 weekends of the tournament, some hot days. I think he got like a screen protector or something to, be like sunglasses. I know he was going all out. I can't remember all the details, but
that's awesome.
It would have mattered again in Oklahoma City, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, appreciate the time as always.
Yep, appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, our guest here this afternoon on the show. Open up the phone lines here if you want to jump in, take a shot, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
East Tennessee Sports Authority. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
I'm still watching.
I'm kind of a little more out of it. There's,
that's not Bob and Walker are not into it.
I was definitely into it up until last night. I don't know now with the break and then the super regionals. I don't know if I'll be as into it.
Dialed in.
Yeah, but I loved some of the upstart, upset nature of it all.
Yeah,
the last couple of days.
I mean, I'll watch if Cal Poly San Luis Obispo goes to Omaha.
I was just like hate watching Kentucky last night.
That did feel
all
glorious.
the SEC teams really seeing Troy take down Florida, like not just take Florida down, but strap them, put them across their knee, and spank them like petulant children. And USC doing it late at A&M.
I did watch because I stayed up way. I just couldn't sleep.
Squeeze play, ESPN squeeze play. That's the way to go.
It's good stuff.
That USC team looked a lot better than the UCLA team did.
Well, I don't want to see Auburn or Georgia win it.
No,
I know that,
especially Georgia.
But yeah, Kentucky, what a tease too. They got back, tied it up.
They thought they were going to host a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
That'd be crazy.
God, that would have made me totally tune out of the super regionals for sure if they had gotten to that level.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, is CG going to come in here with his chest puffed out in the 5 o'clock hour?
No,
he's a Trojan.
Yeah, but he's more of a Vol.
Yeah,
it's just like it's kind of
monitoring.
Bear needs somebody mentioned he needs the house divided license plate with like the hammer and sickle on one side, the bald eagle on the other.
They're so stupid.
That's great.
I don't know how dialed in I'm going to be on the super regionals this year, but I do love this portal season, man. That's one of the few big changes to the college sports universe that I kind of enjoy is what we saw.
Free agency.
Yeah, what we saw right after basketball season, and I've been pretty, the Jay Abernathy thing was.
I'm not as confident. It's not a slight towards Elander and those guys. Number one, baseball's not as big a bit. It's not a business the way the basketball program is, but I'm not as confident in the baseball program as I am in Rick Barnes and his crew, his team.
Yeah, it's what
to go out and execute a plan.
Is what Shump just said was, asked him, is Tennessee have the investment, to get this thing to improve on this thing? And he said he doesn't know, but the worry he has is that in years past, when it got down to it and all things were even and okay, our offer financially is the same as Texas A&M's offer or LSU's offer. At the end of the day, Tony Vitello would go into your home, and kids wanted to play for that guy because he just had an unreal amount of charisma. And I don't know that Elander has that. And that's not a shot at Josh Elander. It's just that was Vitello, man. That's Rick Barnes. They've got that certain whatever it is that just connects and draws prospects in. and it's just hard to find, man. In whatever sport, it's really difficult. Let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk. VolQuest reporting that Cam Appenzeller is returning for the 2027 season.
God almighty, Russ.
The dramatic pause there.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Can I get a Grinlinger and a Levi Clark returning notification as well?
Let's say that's the big one. If we're talking about guys we wanted to keep,
Landon Mack.
He's at the top of the list. Was Appenzeller.
If Mack comes back healthy, I'm kind of salivating over Landon Mack in his contract year as your Friday night starter. Appenzeller as a lefty, change of pace on Saturday, and let's go find another fireballer to throw on Sundays.
And mark my words, a year older, we saw some flashes of this from Appenzeller in his freshman year. The thing you've talked about, those that dog mentality, that fire, I think you're going to get it with Appenzeller.
Yeah, and Mack had that too.
He did.
So let's get these guys ready to go and get back after it, man. We need to be playing this week next year. Does that make you guys?
Yeah,
I follow.
Right.
Yeah. Let's get Phil in here. Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. What's up?
What's up, dude?
Hey, Philly.
Y'all getting over the baseball season?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a weird year. It was always going to be difficult with Tony leaving when he did, throwing a staff together, new head coach, learning on the job. Had some bad luck with illnesses, injuries, whatever, and it was a tough season. But you still made the tournament. There are a lot of teams that didn't, and I think we as a fan base, you can call it a mulligan. I don't know what you want to call it, but I think Elander is entitled to a learning year. And next year, let's get this thing going, man. Let's get back to hosting. Being in a super regional and fighting to get back to Omaha.
What was a worse season, Tennessee's football program or the baseball program this year?
Oh, football.
Yeah, I'd say without a
far.
doubt, football.
Yeah, I mean, baseball, we made the tournament. We played in the Music City Bowl in football and did not want to be there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
In
we were 10th in the SEC in baseball, weren't we? Or were we in football?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, we were 8-4.
Yeah.
All 4 losses in the league. So,
there is a parallel between Heupel and Elander. They're both boring personalities.
Wow.
And that's not very good on the recruiting trail.
Wow. Okay. All right. We're going there now. Phil's letting the chopper spray. You
just brought it up just a few seconds ago about charisma with Tony Vitello.
Are the Joshes boring?
I feel like recruiting hasn't been the problem, though. I mean, Elander was the best recruiter on staff under Vitello.
Yeah, but when you got Tony Vitello as your closer, the guy who's closing the deals, that's, I mean, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying there's harder jobs to be lead recruiter at than under Tony Vitello.
I mean, it's a fair point. Do you think about that, and you think about the story that we've all heard by now of when Barnes got Nate Ament, and sequestered him at a small airport in North Carolina, and referred to the scene in the movie The Notebook and all these other things to close the deal, and he did close the deal. Swiped Nate away from Duke. It does make you wonder, do we have guys in the Joshes that can do that, can kind of bring it home like that?
I don't know. Fair question.
Well, what do you think about Kentucky getting that Iowa State guy yesterday?
Momcilovic. They needed something. Yeah. Did you see what they're supposedly paying him? $6.5 million. I mean, that is
$6 million.
That
desperation.
That underscores how desperate Pope is right now. And they've got a good starting 5 on paper, but we saw that last year with them, and we've cautionary tale for our guys too. Ours looks Final Four grade on paper, but still got to get out there and play. But yeah, it was the last big name left, so gives them a little bit of hope, I suppose, Phil.
Yeah, I see. We're ranked in the top 10, except for the Torvik and even Mararia, whatever his name is, they got some top 15. So
yeah,
it's got interesting analytics against the whole people think.
Well, that Miyakawa has now put, again, these are just projections, but they've put Kentucky like in the top 2 now after the Momcilovic signing, which is kind of crazy. But like I said, got to go out and do it on the floor.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? I hope these guys, our Tennessee's guys, can play some little bit of defense, because I think offense is the first time we've had since Grant and Admiral, we've had an offensive team from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Barnes will coach him up.
See you guys.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate the phone call. Kentucky has the second best roster in the country. Is that what you said?
Well, it's what
the second best transfer class.
It's the portal class.
247 rankings, I believe, is where that was.
Was that on some butch math where they had to get some?
Yeah, that was. It was it. Miyakawa has them like in the 8 range or something. That's
Remember
right.
Butch took like 40 players one year, Russ?
It's critical.
And crowed about how great his recruiting class was because it was like all those 2 and 3 stars combined.
It's about the time he was putting up that scoreboard over at the Butch Bowl.
You go to hell.
Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway here on Fan Run Radio, and time for the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you this afternoon by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker Smith, hit it.
At number 1, sophomore Jay Abernathy, catcher Cash Williams, and infielder Hudson Chance have announced they are entering the transfer portal, leaving Tennessee baseball. This brings the total numbers of players exiting the Vols up to 10 in just 2 days since the portal opened. Also, great freshman pitcher Cam Appenzeller just announced he is staying with the Vols in 2027.
Yeah, big news there.
Yeah, most definitely. And what it sounds now, we're seeing Mike Wilson's writing on VolQuest that Trent Grinlinger, easy for me to say, and Levi Clark are also planning on sticking.
That's huge.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting a core there again. I'm wondering on Landon Mack, like we got to get him back.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, okay, you got 2 big time starters and you got 2 big time cornerstones. Bob, you and I were talking. Obviously, everybody's high on Grinlinger. I think Levi Clark is a stud. The slump he started the season in was bizarre. But if you look at after that, once he got it going, he was one of the best hitters statistically in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep going back to the Semo Burke jump from 2023 to 2024. I fully expect Levi Clark to do that. So, I mean, if you've got Clark and Grinlinger as your 2 big-time bats to build the lineup around, that makes me feel pretty good going forward. Obviously, there's a lot of other spots to fill, but that is a great start to the offseason for Tennessee baseball.
At number 2, Kentucky basketball landed the final major prize in the transfer portal this offseason, with Iowa State transfer wing Milan Momcilovic committing to the Wildcats over Louisville. Momcilovic entered the transfer portal earlier this offseason while he went through the NBA draft process before leaving the draft right before the deadline.
I mean, when you are having the offseason they're having, and you absolutely, positively must get a player, Momcilovic is not worth $6 million. No. I'm sorry. He's a fine player. He's a great shooter. But, like, Bob, would you trade Juke or Jalen Harrelson, or would you trade any of those guys for Momcilovic? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't trade $1 million+ Tyler Lundblade for Momcilovic.
Really? Yeah, I think Momcilovic is probably a better player than Lundblade, but when you're value,
the economics of it. I mean, they're both not that athletic. They're spot up shooters. And Momcilovic might be better.
$6 million?
Yeah,
that's probably. You think that's probably? I'm fairly certain it's more than we paid Nate last year.
Yeah,
yes,
almost double.
It's almost double what we paid.
Say it's probably more than Duke paid Boozer.
I mean,
you're paying caviar prices for.
Hey, I the pressure that's going to be on that guy, and maybe being a foreign guy, he'll be more insulated from it. But that fan base and the expectations that are going to go with that salary, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I don't think they're a dumpster fire. They've landed a nice player. Moreno is a nice player. Is it Zoom Diallo?
They've got on paper, really, like I said to Phil, they got a nice looking starting 5. Beyond that, I don't know.
I like our depth a lot better, and I like our frontline star power a lot better as well in Juke.
At number 3, Josh Jacobs is back and practicing with the Green Bay Packers while the prosecutors consider whether to file charges against the 3-time Pro Bowl running back following his arrest on domestic abuse allegations last week. Jacobs was on the field today for the Packers' second week of organized team activities, and Packers coach Matt LaFleur said before practice that Jacobs' situation hasn't caused any distractions.
I just don't know. This is why I was saying that Brendan Sorsby will get a look in the NFL.
Trey came out with a really good piece on the whole Sorsby thing earlier.
Yeah, I just if Jacobs, if this stuff is 70% correct and accurate and real, he shouldn't be on the field.
I know it's a domestic violence situation, but I don't know the specifics. But isn't it sad how the NFL looks much, much, much more negatively upon the gambling stuff than they do domestic violence?
Yeah.
Unless there's video of it, then they'll.
Man, how many wife beaters have played in the NFL and gotten away with it? And it's not a big deal, but by God, if you put $1,000 on, not even an NFL game, like a college game, and you place that bet from a facility, then man, we're coming down on you.
Because Ridley, when he got popped, he wasn't gambling on football. He was placing a bet. He just happened to be in the facility when he went online to do it.
Yeah, we'll just have to see if they end up. If they end up pressing charges, the Packers aren't going to let him play regardless. I guess it's just kind of a wait and see, and they'd rather him be on the field, which, it's probably not the best look if this goes sideways, which it's probably going to.
Bammer's going to Bama.
And at number 4, let's look at the MLB series going on this week. The Padres are playing at the Phillies. The Yankees are taking on a good Guardians team. Tony V's Giants match up against the Brewers. The Athletics play at the Cubs, and the Dodgers start a series in Arizona against the Diamondbacks.
Did anybody happen to catch any of the Brewers-Giants game last night?
Oh, where he put a position player in to pitch?
Yeah, it was 16-2.
Things do not look like they're going well. No. And, I was listening to Tony B earlier, and I hadn't even thought about this in relation to Vitello. And Tony's probably not going to want to sit around during a lockout year after coaching this horrendous season. That's Tony B thinks he's absolutely 100% correct that college baseball will be a buzz all next season, just talking about Tony Vitello.
Do you think they are only a half a game? Currently, it's early. Like we've said before, it's early in the season. They are a half a game ahead of the worst record in baseball right now.
Do you think that with the season going so poorly for the Giants, and Tony certainly does not look like he's having a great time every time I see him there. And the rumors that we've heard about Dave Van Horn potentially retiring, those guys are buds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just wonder would Dave wait until, would he wait for it to sync up? Would he talk to his good friend Tony Vitello and say, hey man, look, here's the deal. I think I'm out. I'll announce towards the end of the season. I'll announce in October, November, and then you can have my job.
Let's get wild here. What if, because remember how much Tony agonized over leaving Tennessee to go to the Giants?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Could this have all been, it's a lot easier going there than to go to Arkansas from Tennessee.
Nah, I think it was just it was a job he couldn't turn down. It's Major League Baseball. So although if the moment he gets announced as the Arkansas or any other SEC school head coach, I'll probably make that god awful sound that Russ likes playing, the deer thing. That's the sound. If you hear me.
I always thought that was you.
Yeah. Tony's gone. He's at Florida. Where's the one school that you would not be able to handle?
Vanderbilt would be the worst.
Yeah, that would be the
Kentucky.
worst.
Any of them.
Could not handle that.
I don't think he'd go to Kentucky.
There's not a single school that I would.
Alabama.
I'd feel just as bad about all of them.
LSU would be disgusting.
You just be prepared you might want to tune out of social media for a while, because I have a feeling the Arkansas fan base will just troll the living daylights out of Tennessee.
God. Great. Arkansas fans.
I just think
teeth.
We got to back our guy, man.
Yeah.
We got to back our guy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We mentioned at the beginning of Top 4 at 4, Russ and I were also saying, I think it's an encouraging sign that these guys are staying, because that's a commentary on Josh Elander too.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard Reese Chapman in his post-game comments after they lost to VCU.
Said he'd do anything for him.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, they're there to play for Josh, so we got to ride that.
At the risk of sounding like a broken record, because I know my take coming into the season was Josh has to hit the ground running, because if he doesn't, the perception is going to be, oh, look, Tony Vitello left and the program is falling apart. It's not the same thing. And maybe that ultimately happens. I don't know. But I mean, the season's over. There's nothing to be done with it. I think now next season is truly important. If he doesn't take a step forward next season, I'll have my questions as to whether or not this thing is ultimately going to work for him. But so far, the first 48 hours or so since the end of the season, he's doing well. If these reports today are true, you're just joining us, Appenzeller, Grenlinger, Clark, all reportedly in for next season with Tennessee baseball. That's a fantastic start.
Sure is.
To the offseason. That is the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. Again, 10% off your first month of their monthly maintenance package. If that yard is looking a little more wild than welcoming, if you've got some trees that need to come down, branches falling in your yard, tree looming over your home, or you just want to get the flower beds looking good, trimmed up, edged, mulched, all that good stuff, let ECR Total Landscapes handle all that heavy lifting for you. 10% off the first month of the monthly maintenance package for Fan Run listeners. Use promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call ECR today at 865-384-2012 or just go online to ECRTotalLandscapes.com. I understand Joshy Boy is having quite the meltdown right now in the live chat.
Yeah, there's he's just firing away, man.
Lashing out wildly.
Joshy Boy, you off your meds? I mean, we need to call somebody. What's going on here, buddy? You taking over the live chat.
He said Elander is like Heupel. Both will not succeed as a head coach. Then he said,
you don't know that.
Kentucky will sweep us again in basketball this season, no matter what their team looks like.
You don't know that.
And he says Mark Pope has Rick's number.
Kind of knows that.
Kind of does. Then he said to me, we were talking about Sorsby, he said, Bob, the NFL doesn't care if a player is a gambling addict, they will take them. And that was kind of my point. So we were aligned on that one. And then he then said, just short and sweet, Tony will end up at an SEC school next season.
So Joshy Boy's just letting the chopper spray right now in the live chat.
Yes.
He's just taking over. It's all JB all the time.
And then he just wrote, shut the hell up.
Right? Oh, what?
Yes.
Wow.
Seriously.
He told me to shut the hell up.
Yep.
Yeah. What did I say?
I need to put him in timeout.
Oh, like this? He's mad about this?
Yeah.
How about this? How about you shut the hell up, Joshy Boy? You're the one just spamming our live chat. Like, I'm trying to host a radio show here. If I shut the hell up, it would make for a pretty dull show, right?
Yeah, he's having a crash out, pitching a nutty. I mean, I'm not going to throw rocks. I've done it myself a time or two. I know about crash outs and pitching nutties, but put the phone down, JB.
Put
it down.
Go touch grass, buddy. Go touch grass.
Oh, got a good one here. SKS 716. Please delete that blank blank deer noise. Makes me want to. I think he meant to say punch my radio.
What noise? This noise?
It's awful. I hate it so much.
As long as you could separate what's really going on to create that noise, you can. But the moment I think about it,
I can't. And Bob, it's his favorite sound on the soundboard.
Bob always grin, doesn't he?
I love
Walker.
It's his favorite sound on the soundboard.
Because I'm telling you,
dying.
I think if you close your eyes, it sounds like bear to me. I swear to God.
That's not the point, though.
When?
I don't know.
Well, anytime you fall.
Like that time you fell. I wasn't here for it, but
nobody was. It was me, Russ, and what was that kid? Marcellus
Marcellus Johnson. Oh, that
yeah, it was me, Russ, and
Franklin Motors.
weirdly enough, Marcellus Johnson.
Now, Josh, you just said, Bear, you shut your mouth. I mean,
Shut your mouth.
I don't know what's going
What?
on.
I mean, who does this guy think he is?
Who in the hell does he think he is?
865-966-3435. Love all the YouTube chatters. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're in there right now. Look down there. Give us a like. Helps us boost the algorithm and continue to grow the brand. Also, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and do that right now. The Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. Christopher Gabriel coming up in 1 hour on the show. I'm sure he'll be cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, yeah.
As always.
It'll be tough to get some words out of him, I would imagine.
We'll wind him up, and he's the very reticent Christopher Gabriel coming up here in an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay tuned for that. You guys fired up for the NHL Finals tonight?
I think it'll be pretty good. The hockey playoffs have been quietly really entertaining. And I also think it's funny that Canada is not going to win a Stanley Cup, and we also just own the sport now.
I very quietly had no idea that hockey was still going on, and I will very quietly not watch a game of this. I don't know. It's just hockey season ends too late in the year. I mean, I'm ready to go to the beach. I'm not watching hockey.
Bear is very quiet about not. He doesn't want anybody to know that he's not watching hockey. He wants to keep that on the DL, please.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Have you really watched this stuff?
Yeah. It's on TV.
I'll have it on.
It's
Yeah.
sports that's on TV. Like, I'll have it on in the background while I'm doing stuff.
My favorite part of the hockey, besides the fighting, the power plays, is at the end of a game when a team's desperate and they pull their goalie off the ice and the other team scores in the empty net. I love a good old-fashioned empty net goal to salt it away.
What do they call it when the goalie makes that shot? Is there a name for it? I saw a video where it's
goal. It's a goalie goal.
It's called a goal. Bob's got jokes
for days.
It's also the only format with like a golden goal type format where they'll just play forever until someone scores. It's awesome.
The thing that's changed for me with hockey, I never admittedly watched much of it till I got to Stanley Cup level, but when Mike Emmerich was doing play-by-play, that might be the best play-by-play guy of any sport I've ever heard. He was just an absolute
right now
master.
they've got the guy like down there in the box right between the two teams.
Ray Ferraro.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Love that guy.
And they have to have a delay on that, Mike, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you think? Down
oh
there?
yeah,
I mean, a couple of hockey teams.
Oh
It's
yeah,
quiet.
I just we kind of followed when the Preds got good there for a minute, but there's not a team that I have any rooting interest in. Like that's why I like Olympic hockey so much.
You should take up gambling, my friend. The NBA Finals tip off tomorrow night. You've got an old school feel to this one, the Knicks and the Spurs. So we'll see if this would be the first championship for the Knicks since when?
70s.
Early 70s, like 71 or something like that.
Back in the day, was that Earl the Pearl Monroe and Clyde Frazier?
Yep.
Phil Jackson.
Dave DeBusschere.
Ooh.
Bill Bradley.
Nice.
I mean, I feel like, Bob, am I wrong or right in saying that NBA social media is now your personal hell with all of the Knicks fandom on it?
Yeah, it's rough, but it's going to be a great final series.
But you're pulling for the Spurs.
Absolutely. I didn't realize they had home court. I guess, they had the better record, so I guess that makes sense. But
so we got Brunson's a flopper. How many floppers we got left in this deal?
Everyone's a flopper to some extent, but nothing like SGA. The closest you'll get is Brunson, but his stuff it's not as blatant as Shea's is. It's still out there, though.
Somebody put together like a video with a bunch of his more egregious flops and just like,
it's awful.
He jumped sideways.
Yeah.
And they gave it to him on a 3.
I'll tell you what, man, the Chet Holmgren hate has been unbelievable.
He got pantsed in game 7.
Yeah.
He got
worked.
He got punked.
The lookalike pictures are pretty good too. He does look like Butthead.
Yes.
He does look like the skinny guy from Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid.
He's getting ready to, he's pivoting into a super max contract too. I mean, the guy's getting paid crazy money.
Especially, last time I saw him, Wemby was two-hand like monster dunking over his head.
Yeah. He needs to do like the Dirk Nowitzki after he lost the finals, or after whenever he lost and he just went to Australia for the whole summer and just ignored everything.
I will say this. I am going to be rooting for the Spurs, but I think the Knicks are probably going to win. That's my prediction. They just
really,
well, they're a little more experienced. This is pretty new for the Spurs. Knicks have been shut down a couple times the last couple of years.
I thought the Spurs kind of celebrated like they'd won a world title after they won, and not to say winning the Western Conference Finals.
But you win a Game 7 on the defending champions' home court.
Yeah,
it's an emotional moment.
Yeah.
I got you, but there's
they won
series.
Haven't won the big ring yet.
Yeah, they got the big golden ball.
Knicks have been, they got knocked out 2 years in a row by Indiana. Last year was conference finals, so they've had the pain already of getting this far.
And it's just the way it works, especially in the NBA, like young teams like this, they don't win championships very often at all. Like it's the phrase is you really got to go through the wars of the playoffs before you can really get there. Like you see it with all great dynasties in basketball, really. Like it took the 80s Pistons forever to get there.
Right.
It took
the
Bulls
right
forever to get there. It takes these teams a while to learn how to win.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see a team that its average age is like my age and they're in the finals.
Even the Heat losing to Dirk and the Mavs that year, when everybody thought that they were just going to be coronated, they had to work for it a little bit longer. All right, we'll take a quick time out. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435 if you want to chime in here this afternoon. It is The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. This week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with post-game fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday and Sunday. It's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville.
35, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. Big election day, the nation. I was just seeing online. California, and they're like L.A. mayor's race. That thing's heated.
Yeah. I've been following it, really.
So would that be the mayor for when the Olympics are there in 28?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Ooh.
Does the mayor have a big impact on the?
Yeah.
The big thing out there right
What
now
are you
is
saying?
just,
You never. I mean, Bob lived out there. Let's ask Bob.
No, but Walker's right. The mayor's definitely got some impact there for sure.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I went to the last one that, like, the mayor of Paris or whatever it was, like, she was everywhere during that stuff, like doing promotional stuff, doing logistic stuff. They're very heavily involved.
big thing out there is getting the homeless, getting all the bums off the street.
They got them pretty much all segregated down there, like around MacArthur Park.
Yeah, pinned in.
Oh, God.
Yeah, near Koreatown. What's the name of that deli down there? It's really good, Bob. It's not Canner's, it's the other one.
Canner's the only one I know of. But
Canner's over there on the west side. Anyhow, but
Bear's been to L.A. last year, and now he's practically the mayor. If you're going to L.A., holler at Bear. He'll tell you where to go, where not to go, because you don't want to get pinned in.
Well,
with all the
McClure
bums
gave me
over
a
at MacArthur Park.
5-page like handout of
McClure
sites and where not to go. I mean, I'll gladly pass it on to
where to get a
everybody.
good sausage.
I love sausage.
I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, maybe not a sausage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big sausage guy.
But there were definitely food.
Sausage is not as prominent out in L.A. as some other places.
Great.
I mean, he could honestly probably have a pretty good career. Remember those travel, what were the Fodors? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Travel guides.
Yeah.
Great.
Cody made me like a L.A. metropolitan area things to do.
That's fantastic. He should print those up and sell them. My wife went to a collectible show today in Oak Ridge. It's like coins and stuff.
Yeah.
And because we are going through we're getting rid of stuff, man. It's exciting times over at Stately Smith Manor. Just a lot of stuff, selling things online, just trying to clear out some room, man. My kids are getting older, trying to get rid of some of the baby stuff, kid stuff, all that, and trying to make a buck or two while we're at it. It's kind of fun. And so, my wife has all these coins, and we're not collectors or anything, but you accumulate. Your father gives you a wooden nickel or something, and you accumulate these things, $50 and stuff. And I didn't realize how much stuff she had, but she has all these crazy coins, and so she's going off to this collectibles thing with the kids today, and she says, "I hope that my goal is to leave with $250." Modest goal, right? That's. That'll almost pay for a night out at the movies for the Smith family these days. But anyway, I get the text earlier today. She got over $800.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
For all the stuff, man.
Russ is buying.
Yeah, I'm rich.
Great cash, homie.
You could end up on Storage Wars.
Ready to retire.
There's nothing better. The money is great too, but man, when you purge like that, it feels good.
Oh yeah, well, I'm a big yeah, I will just throw stuff away too, not even recycle. That's the thing, the hoarding. I love that show, Hoarders.
I hate it. It's disgusting.
So weird.
It's satisfying to me to watch these people, and then they the after shots where they show the before, look at these rats crawling all over these piles of feces and garbage in this person's home, and then it's clean.
Burn it down to it's not clean, man.
Well, it's not clean, but it's empty. That feels good to me.
Once you have rats in your house, you pretty much have to burn it down to the damn
But
ground.
there's always a moment of truth in that show where the hoarder's no, I don't. You can't throw away this extra large hoodie. I bought that 5 years ago, and I fully intend. And they're really, Martha, don't you think that the hoodie symbolizes the hurt you feel from when your father left you when you were 7 years old? And then they cried, and eventually they just throw it away, right? They just throw it, the bleep away, and you go through, and that's me, man. Just throw it away, throw it out.
Yeah.
If anybody wants a keyboard, I've got one for sale. About $100. I'll give it to you $100. It's good.
Brand?
Works. Yamaha.
Get weighted keys.
Weighted keys.
Yeah, does it feel like a real keyboard or is it just
weighted keys? What are you, Stevie Wonder? All of a sudden, it's a
no,
keyboard. $100. You want it or not?
Nah, I'll pass.
But you, Bobo?
I'm
You got a
good.
keyboard?
No, we're trying to do some of what you're doing.
Yeah, we should do a joint yard sale.
I've got a
get your neighbor in on it. See if Rick wants to pitch in.
Does Rick need to do a yard sale?
I don't think so.
I could just see Barnes and what's he making, like $8 million a year now, like haggling for over a 20-cent jar of paper clips.
Probably would track. I
like the green visor.
I've got, back from my corporate life and stuff, I have so many clothes that I don't wear anymore.
Like suits and nice clothes.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I have so much stuff that like I do get sentimental about certain things. And I do have a big old bin out in my garage of just like t-shirts from like places I've been or a shirt that I'm, just liked when I was in high school or something. And I what do you mean? I'm not going to throw that away. My wife offered to take all those old shirts and make a quilt out of them, which would be cool. But she offered this like 10 years ago. I don't think she's going to do it.
She ain't feeling it now.
I've got a whole container, and it's, even though it's been climate controlled, I bet it's all trashed. It's all like old tapes with my call track when I directed shows and on TV and stuff. But I mean, they're like, they're like 1-inch tape. It's like, it's all obsolete now. You can hardly find a machine.
Too.
Yeah. And it all oxidizes. And I'm just sitting there thinking, man, I can't just throw it out because that was part of my career. But what am I going to do? Where am I going to play a 1-inch reel anyway?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just not.
I've got like a box of cassette tapes.
Yeah.
I've got that. Aren't your old trophies and stuff still? Is it your parents?
Yeah, I don't know if I got rid of those yet. Yeah, I've got like
you still got stuff at
30
your folks' house.
like just like little kid trophies, like here's everybody was on the soccer team. The guy hold the bat. Got a couple of spark plugs from the Pinewood Derbies I was in.
I did come across, it's an old Drive t-shirt well before I ever joined the show. I can't remember what station it is. I'll look when I get home tonight, and because I just found it in a stack of band t-shirts. It's like the Drive.
Might be worth something, man. Put it on eBay. Make $1 million.
Put it in a Karm box because my fat ass isn't fitting in that shirt anymore. It's like a large.
What do you guys make of the new Welcome to Tennessee signs that were debuted online? When you're traveling, you come into the state from out of state, and there's the big blue sign.
Oh, I saw
You are
those.
entering Tennessee. Welcome to Tennessee. They are changing those. Brand new design, a lot more color, complete redesign of the Welcome to Tennessee road signs that you will see entering the state now.
I thought that they should have been orange. The lettering was red.
Can I just say, and I'm usually the first guy like, I don't like change,
Oh, no, I'm all about change.
I like them.
I just saw it.
I thought it was sharp.
Because they were not there. Yeah, they're not there. Like I just came back into the state last week, and it was still the old blue sign. So
yeah, just very not in a bad way, but T-dot looking like construction.
It's almost got a mid-century modern kind of feel, like kind of natural park type vibe to it.
Yeah, it looks like a national park sign, a
Yeah.
national park logo, which fits considering we have the most visited one in the state,
Fallout
in the
TV
country
shows
here.
The other thing I was going to say, the font style and everything. Now that I'm looking at it, did any of you ever see a show that was, I believe, on Stars called Banshee?
I did not.
I've seen clips of it.
Oh,
must have missed Banshee.
Oh my
It's
God!
supposed to be really the clips I've seen. I just can't afford to go out and get another streaming.
It was intense, man. Intense.
What's it about?
It's like a small town. Banshee's the name of a town, and
it looks insane.
There is like beyond the violence. It's incredible.
Sex and violence.
Yeah,
ultra violence.
Yeah,
you have my attention.
Yeah, it's the guy that played. If anybody has watched The Boys on Prime Video, the guy plays Homelander. He's in it.
Oh.
Tom Pelphrey, who's now a big actor, that's done a lot of stuff. He's in it.
Like Bob has just seen everything.
He's a TV guy.
You know, there's like he is a
Bobby
big TV
TV.
guy. Like, where do you find the time to watch all this stuff?
Oh, well, I mean, that was a while back. I mean, it's not like I'm cramming it.
You've
into my
always got a
schedule
pretty
now.
good, and the problem is you always give not pretty good, like really good TV.
Yeah.
You can pick out a good show.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Well,
Well, now I've got a damn list, Bob, and I'm trying to work my way down.
And Banshee's
hard
good.
to go down
Banshee,
the
though,
list.
their show
It's time.
logo is like that sign, the
Ah,
font style and
okay.
everything else.
To
Because
be
it
quite
looks
honest,
like
it's-
like a calm,
It
peaceful
reminds
town.
me of I used to love the cartoon Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Like, welcome to the the picnic baskets.
Jellystone.
Oh, I love Jellystone National Park. Do you know who Yogi Bear,
Yeah.
the cartoon?
Yes.
You do? Really?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
about Yogi Bear.
How do you know Yogi Bear and you don't know the Beverly Hillbillies?
I don't know what to tell you.
Beverly Hillbillies
Now, put
is
it on
so
the top
much
of the
more
list.
widely known.
I just never came across my
He's
desk.
not
as a
saying he
kid.
doesn't. Here's the difference between you and Walker. He's just saying he doesn't know it. He's not saying he hates it. I don't know it, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
I never said
He's just saying I don't know it.
Somebody asked on the live chat, Walker, earlier, if you are you familiar with the Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah, I'm familiar. I haven't watched though.
Same era.
I know
same
of
type.
it. Know of it. Haven't seen a lick of it.
Okay.
My pops loves Andy Griffith. Seen every episode.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yogi Bear. That's a throwback. And
And
then,
Ranger Smith.
yeah, Boo Boo. Boo Boo would always, hey, Yogi. He had like a little squeaky voice
Yeah.
compared to Yogi.
Yogi Bear. The picnic baskets. That's all I really remember. Like he and Ranger Smith had a love-hate thing. Like Ranger Smith was always like really, really cracking down on old Yogi and his wild schemes and everything. But he also had a soft spot. I mean, they needed each other, Yogi Bear and Ranger Smith. And whenever Yogi got in trouble, Ranger Smith would ultimately he'd be there for him, the helping hand.
Ranger
Help him out.
Smith and Yogi Bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Was it Ranger Smith? I feel like it was Ranger Smith.
I think it was.
It was Ranger Smith.
I think it was still airing on Cartoon Network
Smith
a little
and
bit when
Bear.
I was growing up. I remember seeing some of it.
There's some correlation there. Adversarial most of the time, but
What about C. Brent V3 just asked Walker, have you watched Little House on the Prairie?
No, I haven't watched. Little House
I never
on the
watched
Prairie.
that one.
I've
That
obviously
looked
heard of it.
boring
but-
as hell, quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it.
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
a lot of stuff kind of there's some problematic parts to
How
Little
so?
House on the
Really?
Prairie. There were some like huge age differences between the husband and the
I mean, like I don't know, like that's how that went
I guess
on the prairie.
Apparently,
Like,
it makes people get kind of up in the air about it. Apparently, Miss Beadle, in her real life, the actress that played her wasn't real straight laced.
Who's Miss Beadle?
The school teacher.
Fair,
Blonde hair.
big little House on the Prairie guy, evidently.
Yeah, me and my sister liked it, and we had
Big
like
fan.
one TV at the time.
It's
and
okay. You're a little House on the Prairie enthusiast.
No, I'm
Nobody's
pro
judging.
Not getting my ass beat by my older sister. Me and my brothers would kind of steer clear. What she wanted, she got.
Explains a lot.
What? I mean,
You learn, known you for so long, and yet peeling back layers of the onion every day.
We've been reminded on the live chat from GBO Kyle Beach that we never did our list of our favorite
2000 show. Wow, man. People, the things people remember. Well, I had it on my list of rundowns from
I think we were going to do it
last
on,
week.
I think we were going to do it on Friday, but then that baseball game went 2,000 innings, and we only did like an hour and 10-minute show.
What did y'all want to do? Like your favorite shows of like the
We did
2000s?
the
First
aughts.
decade of the 2000s.
The aughts.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a really good list too, but I don't have it anymore.
Mm.
See if I can reconstruct it for you. Quick timeout. When we continue, Nate Ament drawing rave reviews. I mean, remember, it was just a couple of weeks ago that we were having the conversation. Like, wouldn't it be cool if Nate Ament came back for another year with the Volunteers? Of course, that didn't happen. But part of the reason was, hey, he might not go in the NBA draft lottery. Pretty sure he's going to be a first rounder, but
he's trending up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's trending up now, and we'll tell you some of the predictions that we're seeing for Nate Ament when we continue. 865-966-3435 is your phone number, by the way. You want to hop in, go ahead and take a shot. 966-3435. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly. Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors.
I've been working in Arkansas, and these people are absolutely going nuts thinking they are getting Vitello.
They can go to hell. I ain't getting him.
I mean, the timing, that's what worries me, is that Van Horn and Vitello are friends.
Yep.
Tony talked about how he relied on Van Horn's advice when he was deliberating whether or not to take the job. And Van Horn, selfishly, you might say, hey, he said, you need to do this for all of us. That's the other thing. It's like if Tony fails in just a year, like there's never going to be another college coach get a MLB job, right?
No.
But there's part of me, again, I keep thinking Van Horn's like, hey, man, what do you got to lose? And if it doesn't work, I'm not going to be here much longer.
Yeah.
You could just come here. I really believe
that.
Yeah,
and if they're talking behind the scenes, it's like, hey, man, you go ahead. I'll wait. I'll retire in November. I'll just, but like all these basketball coaches are doing, I'll pull a Bruce Pearl. I'll retire on your time, and you can come in here and keep my program together and all that stuff. And your guys at Tennessee are taken care of. My guys at Arkansas are taken care of. And, oh, man, that would be a tough one. That would be a tough one. But
would he be dead to us?
I don't know. I think that's up to the individual fan. Like you have your own opinion. It's like Bruce Pearl, it would be divisive. But winning a national championship is hard.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate to win ours. And I'm sure Tony would be very successful at Arkansas. There would be nothing holding him back, but he's not going to walk in there and just win right away, I wouldn't think. So
their roster's pretty stout right now.
They control us all they want until they win one.
Yeah.
They don't have trump card on Tennessee fans, I don't think. You just show them that picture of our national championship trophy and say, yeah, you don't have one of these.
Even in what was our worst year in 6 or 7 years, this year, they played 1 day longer than we did in the tournament. So it will be polarizing to say the least, man, because just think about how divided we've been on Bruce Pearl, and Pearl didn't win a national title. Pearl didn't even get to a Final Four, but there's going to be a lot of people here that will be like still holding out hope that we're going to get Tony at some point, even if he's at Arkansas.
Yeah, but Pearl was the first in most everybody's lifetime that showed that you could have sustained high level success.
Just
here.
like Vitello. Well,
Tony did the same. Right?
Delmonico was pretty successful.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ray Mears it was not what I would consider the modern era, but
Danny White's perm wants to know, did Cody drink Chaz Coleman's milkshake?
I don't know. Maybe put that in the chat box.
Great.
8 to 11, he'll tell you. I don't know. I think it's a little out of line that you guys continue to attack Cody over this stuff.
Steve-O wants to know, is Bama Bob in mourning today over the Crimson Tide's loss to Texas Tech last night?
I think you're missing the point, man. It's like I'm not an Alabama fan. I hate Texas Tech, man. That's all.
Texas Tech more.
Yeah, I'm going to be rooting for Texas. I guess you can, persecute me for that too. I'm not a Texas fan,
huh?
but yeah, I don't like the way Texas Tech conducts their business. That's all.
Chris says, breaking, Baghdad Bear leaving the drive to follow the Black Crows on tour. Is this true? Bear, you going to go be a roadie for Chris Robinson and the boys?
No. Number one, Chris Robinson's a jackass.
Oh,
he always has been forever. Everybody,
pretty legendary brother on brother fights, though, right?
Yeah, they're like the American Oasis.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. They had because that's when I saw them. They had a brotherly love tour with Oasis and the
really,
it was Space Hog, the Black Crows, and Oasis, and all three bands were brothers that kind of didn't like each other. And the Oasis guys both said separately, and they're like, "Yeah, we fight," but Noel's like, "I love my brother. I would never be that mean to Liam." They've
what happened? I just saw he went on an anti-America tirade or something.
Yeah, I mean it was down at Florida, I guess in Gainesville, and they started chanting USA or something, and Crazy Chris got on a soapbox, and I
know you hate it when people chant USA.
Why?
And it spoke to you?
No,
I'm not.
Didn't at all.
It's not me. I didn't.
I like their music and everything, but I mean,
who are they? Who are you referring to? Black Crows?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, the Soviet National Choir.
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
just the whole
arm in arm, comrades.
So I did see that.
I love that first album, man. Whenever that was, the early '90s, Shake Your Moneymaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talks to Angel.
Oh,
it goes back to
hard to handle.
Something Bob had mentioned before. If you're a band on this level, you should have you can't do that. You got to be listening to your PR person because it's a horrendous look. But he's kind of he's not a very nice guy.
What did he say?
I really don't know. I just know that some fans started chanting USA and he got pissed. And
Twice as Hard.
Oh, great song.
As hard.
B&B with Little Weed.
Oh my God. What a jam. Jealous Again. Oh,
hard to handle.
Jealous again. Ever heard that one, Walker?
I've probably heard it.
Not a big Crows fan?
No, I can't say I'm a big Crows fan.
And then
I don't have any feelings
also,
towards them.
He had the pull to get Kate Hudson.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't very nice about Knoxville. There's a big story in the Metro
Really?
Pulse, but yeah.
It's a
Of course,
shame.
she was staying at
She
the
didn't like our
downtown
fair country town?
No, but they put her up in the downtown Hilton in like July. I imagine it was, walking around down there, insanely hot with not a lot to do at that time. I think it was before Market Square.
Oh, so she was just like bored. There's nothing to do.
She by the way, she has aged very well.
Is she Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Yes.
Kurt Russell's stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
865
Who, Kate Hudson or Goldie Hawn?
966
Or Kurt Russell.
3435. Hey, man. It's Pride Month.
Kurt's got the hair. He's got a flow for 75 years old or whatever he is.
He's a fantastic thespian, one of the great actors of our time. Bob, Nate Ament, draft stock rising as we enter the month of June. The draft just a couple of weeks away. A lot of people said that he should come back to the University of Tennessee and play another season. We certainly would have loved that. He doesn't. He goes to the draft, and it's sounding like he made a really good decision.
Yeah, the draft is 3 weeks from tonight. As
Really?
a matter
Okay.
of fact. So it's headed this way fast. And this came from Connor Long, who does a lot of work up in the New York market, covers the Jets, covers the Brooklyn Nets. He's citing a source saying that the Brooklyn Nets' interest in Nate Ament with the number 6 overall pick appears to be gaining legitimate traction. One league source described Ament as a polarizing player, though also someone who could be an ideal fit alongside their first-round pick last year, Igor Demine, due to the duo's combination of size and shooting ability. A few weeks ago, a source described Ament as a dark horse option for Brooklyn at number 6, and since then, league buzz surrounding the possibility has only continued to grow, making him a name worth monitoring as the draft approaches. He also just recently worked out with the Thunder as well.
Wow.
So
the Thunder would definitely be, like, as far as a winning organization, would be a better spot.
yeah, and they're at number 12, I think, in the draft
They
order.
didn't pick up any bad habits from
So
SGA.
what would you what if you're him, what would you rather do? Go 12, make a lot less money and play for a championship caliber organization, or go as high as 6 and play for one of the worst organizations in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets?
I think his makeup is one that he'd probably want to play. He'd want to win. I would think he would probably be more comfortable going to Oklahoma City because the expectations will be a little different there too. Brooklyn, it's going to be get in there and do something immediately. And we always do this with Bear. Bear, can you name one player off of a team? It's hard for me to name any player off the Brooklyn Nets, man. It's bad.
Doesn't our boy from Bell Buckle play there?
He did last year. This year he was out of the league.
Keon.
You talk about a guy that should have stuck
Keon
around.
Johnson. Yeah.
I would have a hard
both
time
those
if he went to
guys
OKC.
Could have benefited from another year.
Yeah.
Keon
The
and-
Nets have Nick Claxton. Do you remember him from Georgia?
Georgia, yeah.
Yeah. That's about the only guy I can think. Well, Michael Porter Jr.
What was
Yeah,
the other
Danny Wolf.
freshman's name?
What's that again?
What was the other freshman's name on that team? That was
Jaden Springer.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, you're right. Walker. Danny Wolf's there too.
Yeah. I'd rather
From
him.
Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf.
There's some
That's
other
all
teams
you had
I'd
to
rather
say.
see him go to.
Let's get Tim in here. Tim, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. What's up?
Yeah, I was listening to Firebomb at the gym, and those Bammer fans are melting down over that loss. Bad.
Over the softball loss?
Roll down over the softball.
That's too bad. Heart goes out to him. Bob's really tore up about it.
Roll down Tide.
No, I'm not.
But on that Black Crows thing, people left. That's what's so bad is people just started walking out on them when they put their. I think they've got an Uncle Sam bird prop, and they started the chants. And then your buddy Chris started preaching, and people left. They emptied the place out.
Yeah. I have to go look what he said. Look, Shake Your Money Maker came out in 1990. That album is 35 years old.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
36 almost.
And they had to be what, like 20-ish, early 20s when that came out.
Well,
so
yeah, they're both. Chris is a little bit older than me.
they're
but
washed
I'm
up
Rich's
rockers.
age.
Well, look when you'll see what he looks like a LPGA senior tour chick. He looks worse than Bon Jovi. So,
Oh man, Bon Jovi looking pretty bad these days.
I mean, he's all
just
gray-headed.
try not to look at the pictures when you check it out. It'll ruin your afternoon or curb your
That's tough,
appetite.
man. That's tough. I tell you, have you seen Springsteen lately?
Yeah, he's starting to look a little short.
Oh gosh, no! It looks like a botched circumcision.
Oh my God!
Wow. Yeah, can he say that? I don't think you can say that, Tim. You can't say that about the boss.
That's not a foul. And last thing, shout out to Space Hog. That was a band, Space Hog.
I'm familiar with Space Hog.
In the meantime,
yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick time out here. Stay with us. Hour number 3, the top 5 at 5, coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health.
From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to the show. We begin with a quick look around your world of sports. It's the Top 5 at 5, brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker, hit it.
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, sophomore Jay Abernathy, catcher Cash Williams, and infielder Hudson Chance have announced they are entering the transfer portal and leaving Tennessee baseball. This brings the total players exiting Vols baseball up to 10 in just 2 days since the portal opened. Also, great freshman pitcher Cam Appenzeller announced he is staying with the Vols in 2027.
I'm a little sad about Jay Abernathy in a way. I really wanted
Smoking Jay Abernathy. That whole family, man, you know, the kid from Cincinnati who played here.
Griffin Merritt.
Running back. And,
Had the Abernathy kids.
No, Ralph David Abernathy IV.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
He had like, what, 3 or 4 of those?
Well, yeah, the patriarch of that family was a contemporary of Martin Luther King's. And I believe was on the balcony when he was shot.
Wow. Abernathy Sr.
Whoa.
First.
Micah Abernathy was the great safety who played safety. He was a pretty good guy, and pretty good player, had a cup of coffee in the NFL. Might still be kicking around there.
But yeah, that's what I kind of hate that one of the Abernathys is not going to finish his career out here at Tennessee, because it seems like the family's kind of become a Tennessee family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody on X was DMing me. Big seam head was saying that look for Georgia Tech possibly emerge there. Wish him well. I hope he puts it together, man, because obviously just a ton of athleticism and couldn't really get it going for any extended period of time this year. And some of the other guys too, Hudson Chance, Cash Williams.
I got to admit, I'd never even heard of them.
Well, we don't hear of, we just don't follow high school baseball recruiting much.
Yeah.
But I know that those guys were highly thought of prospects and flashed a little bit, but obviously felt like the path to what they wanted to achieve was not readily clear here at Tennessee.
Yeah, to me, it just underscores like how big these rosters are too. Like some of the players you don't even know or see.
Well, and you could go on perfectgame.com and they'll have the recruiting class rankings, and we are third, I think behind Vandy is one, and A&M or LSU, and another one of our rivals, but we're third. And you go down that list, and I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah.
You know, the Grinlinger kid, obviously, but he's not coming here.
Yeah.
So, but I understand it's a very highly thought of class. So we'll see who the Trent Grinlinger of next year is.
Mm-hmm. At number 2, TV networks released the college football playoff kickoff times, dates, and more info for the 2026-27 postseason. Most notably, the gap between the conference championships and the college football playoff championship is 52 days as the postseason schedule was stretched once again.
It's a damn outrage.
Mad about it?
A little bit. Who was it we had on that it was I think maybe it'd been Adam or Blake, one of those guys that kind of laid out what it would look like if there wasn't that gap. And I guess I bought into it so much that this is disappointing that it's going to, I don't know why we have to take 3 weeks off between the end of the season and the start of playoffs.
We are really, really messing with, in my opinion, the best sport in the world. College football, man. It's I wish that somebody would come to their senses and get a hold of this, but Congress can't, the commissioners can't, the presidents can't, coaches can't. It's just.
I mean, I saw they've got that new bill that they're trying to get through, but like even people on both sides of the aisle up there, they don't sound comfortable coming off the antitrust stuff for the NCAA, which would make it possible, I guess, for them to enforce the rules. Would avoid all these lawsuits, but we're stuck.
At number 3, another pro player is going back to college, but this time it's a former MLB player, Jordan Adams, who is enrolled at SMU and plans to play football. The 26-year-old was a first-round pick in the MLB draft and was a 4-star wide receiver prospect coming out of high school in 2018.
So this is kind of a workaround on the scholarship rules. He's a baseball player, but he's going to play football. Or I'm sorry, it's a workaround on the timeline rule.
Yeah,
that says you can't add a player after the last portal window. He's going to play football, but he's going to go as a baseball player.
No, he's going as a football player.
Yeah.
The way I read this, it was more like the old days with like Winky. I think
Winky
Williams.
It's Kelly Washington, all that stuff, but you can't add a football player right now.
Oh, that's right.
So he's going on a baseball scholarship, but he's going to play on the football team. That's how he's getting around playing right now this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this works out, because this is different than the straight moving backwards from the NBA to college basketball or any of that stuff. Like, this is lateral and backwards.
This is the second attempt this week, right? This was there's the kid from UCLA as well that did the track and field.
Did he play professional baseball?
I didn't.
Or he was just drafted.
He was drafted. I mean, if he's 26, I'm sure he spent a bunch of time in the minors, but I never heard of this guy getting up.
Okay, yeah. So he probably has. So, if he plays football, to me, that's fine, but he can't play baseball, can he?
There's no way to be able to play baseball.
I mean, this is the exact same thing as the Bediako case. Is you can't play professionally in a sport and then go play that sport in college.
No.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. At number 4, the Stanley Cup Final begins tonight as the Vegas Golden Knights and Carolina Hurricanes compete for the oldest trophy in American sports.
Who you got, Bob?
For the Stanley Cup?
No, just tonight's game.
Oh, tonight? I guess I'd be rooting for Carolina. I hate the fact that, Las Vegas has been very, very good, but how many years have they been in the league? Like
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Made 3 Stanley. This is their third Stanley Cup Final?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be a Carolina Hurricane. Not to mention, I have family ties to the Hurricanes' former team, which was the Hartford Whalers. So,
I don't know. I'm kind of
that was a great
logo,
all-time great logo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had a after every goal. It's called the Brass Bonanza. They do this big horn.
Love a good foghorn.
Yeah,
when a goal hits.
Stuff. It's good stuff.
It's not quite what they did, but they did more. It was like kind of a musical thing, like a after they score a goal.
Wait, what was it? Do that again?
I'm not doing it again.
Please.
I
didn't. That was fair.
You
did it
look
better.
up Brass Bonanza. I guarantee it'll be on Google. Google it.
You did it such a good job, man. You did it justice, Bob.
It's good stuff. I don't know. I'd rather Vegas win because the guy who owns the Carolina Hurricanes is the same guy who's gotten trashed for owning the Portland Trailblazers and doing all this cost cutting.
Is it a cheap guy?
Yeah, it's the cheap guy. Same dude that owns Carolina Hurricanes. So I'd rather not see him get rewarded with a Stanley Cup.
The scoundrel.
Yep.
Knave.
Yep. Cheapo. And at number 5, videos of men mysteriously emerging from New York City sewers have drawn the attention of police, but insist there are no threat to the public. Social media posts appear
Chuds? Remember the Chuds? Wasn't that a movie? The Chud. Underground sewer city dwellers or something?
Yeah. It's like a B movie from the 80s, wasn't it?
I don't. That goes right over
Sorry,
my
Walker,
head. I don't
continue.
know who that is. Social media posts appear to show groups of men not affiliated with any public work crews climbing out of manholes in various Brooklyn neighborhoods last week. There haven't been any immediate arrests in the apparent trespassing incidents, and police are pursuing their leading theory that the group is, quote, scouring the system for valuables that could get into the sewage. In video timestamped at about 2 a.m. on Friday, a man in a white shirt and shorts is seen picking up a manhole cover and allowing 7 men to emerge from it. All of them appear to be wearing coveralls or protective clothing before quickly changing into different clothes.
I don't buy. This is weird, man. I'm not going to New York now. I'll tell you that.
But there, people live in the sewers and the subways and all that stuff. I mean, there's
the weird part is there's somebody that came and lifted that manhole cover to let them out.
So they're organized.
Well, somebody was out there. Exactly. They said, "Hey, you go up there and let us out."
Is this Al Qaeda?
Jesus,
putting bombs underneath the city?
You think the terrorists are living in the sewers?
No. Are they down there placing?
It seems like they're scouting.
I'm sure now that there's video of guys emerging from the sewers that the police have looked into it and would notice if they're Al Qaeda.
Well, I mean, what would they tell us? I mean, they've made up. I don't, because this. What, they're down there looking for valuables?
What could they tell you to set your mind at ease that it's not Al Qaeda in the sewers?
Well, nothing at this point.
It's just.
There's no way anybody willingly. You don't go down in the New York sewer even if you're searching for something.
You not seen Ghostbusters 2?
True.
Have you been to New York and smelled on the street what I can only imagine it would smell like down underneath it?
I mean,
could be some valuables down there.
The housing prices up there, man. People got to have a place to live.
I'll say there's a lot of people living there, not a big area. I bet there's some valuables down there in the sewer. You know, someone flushes a necklace accidentally, some earrings. You can pick that up.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to sift through anything to get to that stuff.
20 million people's poop.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean,
I don't care if they were Queen Elizabeth's crown jewels. I ain't going down there.
Says they were wearing coveralls and protective clothing.
Jesus. You'd have to wear a hazmat suit, dude.
Sounds like
Level
that might.
biosafety.
Protective clothing might be a hazmat suit.
Moving along. Thank you, Walker.
My
Top
pleasure.
5 at 5 brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. You check them out online, knoxvillesmiles.com. Get your teeth set up for the summer. Make sure those pearly whites are looking good. Shout out to Dr. Costa and the gang making it happen with the special evening hours open till 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Knoxville Smiles. For your convenience, 865-539-1776. Tell them you heard us talking about it here on Fan Run Radio. Make your appointment today and smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Yeah, Chud was a 1984 science fiction horror film. Plot concerns a New York City police officer and a homeless shelter manager who team up to investigate a series of disappearances and discover that the missing people have been killed by humanoid monsters living in the sewers.
What'd the initials stand for again?
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Chud.
Chuds are out there, man.
What were they thinking in these Hollywood, like when they're making these decisions, like to green light that movie?
I don't. What happened? Like I just
Cannibalistic.
I used to watch these movies
Underground
all the time.
Dwellers.
I would watch that. Tremors was a big one. Remember Tremors?
Yeah.
Remember Critters?
Yeah. You remember Lake Placid?
No.
Olympics?
No, the one where
It's a sore spot still. Don't bring that up.
Shut the hell up. The lady, I can't remember if it's Kathy Bates or what. She'd dangle her toes in the lake, and this like gigantic alligator would come up and nibble on her
Oh
toes.
no!
Nibble on her toes?
Look it up, man.
You mean bite the toes off?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
she
yeah,
kinda
that feels
feeds it.
like.
She willing.
Make it sound like they was
Yeah, like she's
nestling.
nestling.
I can't believe none of you guys ever saw Lake Placid.
No.
It's better than Chud.
I haven't seen Chud either.
Now, GBO
Yeah,
Kyle
I-
Beach reminds me of a classic, though. Escape from New York.
Snake
Oh.
Plissken.
Yeah, Snake Plissken.
Kurt
was a
Russell as
dude.
well.
Yeah.
What was breakout roles?
Kurt Russell's second reference on the show today. Coming up in a mere matter of moments, the great and powerful Christopher Gabriel, KFJ Fresno, joins the festivities. He'll give us his take on the demise of Tennessee baseball and softball this season, and what can Josh Elander and Karen Weekly do to take the next step.
Apparently, Karen got fired.
I saw that.
According to fake AI on Facebook.
Facebook thing.
AI News fired Kieran Weekly. I mean, that's tough, man. You make the College World Series and you're one game away from the series final. And I mean, we hear from all these negative callers who say that we don't do what it takes to win. Here we have a highly successful coach who just can't get over the hump, and she's gone.
Saw a lot of parallels between her and Barnes after the loss.
Okay. Well, if you're being compared to Rick Barnes, you must be doing something right.
And she has played for Natties before, right?
When was the last time we made the championship series?
Haven't we done it twice?
Yeah.
We lost to Oklahoma a couple of years ago.
Was that Monica Abbott or past her?
It was past her. That was only like 5 or 6 years ago, I think.
I think it's been Oklahoma both times. I mean, that's a part of the deal with softball is that Oklahoma has been college softball's like overlord forever. It seems like they dominate the sport. They got that home field advantage.
I got to say, I saw an interview for all my Texas Tech hate. I saw an post-game interview with Mia Williams last night, and I was like, she's all right.
That's Jason Williams' kid.
Right.
Bill says he was at the show in Tampa. The crowd chanted USA, and Chris mocked the crowd, thanking them for a geography lesson, and then began an anti-American tirade, and half the crowd walked out. It's sad.
You gotta know your audience, man.
It's sad, man. Bob has never heard "Kicking My Heart Around" by the Black Crowes.
Really?
I don't know if I've heard that.
Oh, that is a banger. Up tempo.
All of them.
Great tune. Not all of them. No, stop. A few of them.
Did you like Amorica? Which record was that one on?
I don't. This was 1999, By Your Side. Thorn in My Pride.
That's a good one. I mean, the guys, incredibly talented. I kind of fell out when they got rid of Steve Gorman.
They've got about 6 or 7 really awesome tunes.
But they were absolutely ruthless. I mean, Gorman doesn't have very nice things to say about him.
Well, apparently they don't have very nice things to say about our country. It's a shame.
Truly.
Live chat says the last time Lady Vols played for a national title was 2013.
Yeah, we lost to Oklahoma that year.
Yeah.
It's been 13 years. I guess that was back when I can't even remember his name. Karen's husband.
Ralph,
yeah.
Remember King Ralph. We talked about how cool that name is.
Ralph Cifaretto.
King Ralph, very underrated movie.
Horrible. Literally one of the worst movies ever.
It's incredible.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Christopher Gabriel coming up next. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
School is out, so let's kick off summer with your Knoxville Smokies. This week is a huge week for your Smokies. He's back. It's the king himself. It's Elvis night on Thursday. Get your herd together because it's Chick-fil-A night on Friday with post-game fireworks. Live wrestling and fireworks for wrestling night on Saturday, and Sunday, it's our kids' summer kickoff. Yes, it's June 7th. 6-7. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future.
Program this afternoon. We've got a podcast. It's presented by our friends over at Broadway Carpets. If you missed anything on the show, be sure to go and check it out. The Drive, since 2010, almost 16 years in business, holding it down weekday afternoons 3 to 6. Christopher Gabriel, KFJ Fresno, joins us on the phone lines this afternoon. What up, CG?
Hey, well, I got to tell you, you guys were talking about chuds, and I used to live in Queens. I had a whole family of them next to me. Right next door. And then when you would cross over into Brooklyn, then you'd meet up with the Chumbalones. You had those guys. Well, let me tell you, you go there and you'll see what I'm talking about. I heard Bear talking about Oklahoma dominating the sport. I think what Oklahoma's done, talking about softball, we're going to get into that in a second, but I would take it as far as saying Oklahoma is not just dominated when they won 4 in a row, Russ. They've changed how the sport is played.
Yeah. I mean, that's impressive when you have a little mini dynasty like that. Alabama football, maybe Duke or UConn and men's basketball. Lady Vols. Lady Vols in basketball. Yeah. We obviously did it here, but Oklahoma is just such a surprise that they were not even in Oklahoma City this year.
Are we still the everything school, or do we have to come up with does Danny have to come up with a new term now? Like we're almost everything. We're getting there. We might get back to that.
I think the question is, and we are not the only school wrestling with it. Do you want to be an everything school, or do you want to just pool your resources and be dominant in 1 or 2 sports?
Well, it's a great thought. Depending upon which school, which fan base, which athletic department you're talking to, you're going to get a different answer, because when you're out here, if you're talking to somebody from UCLA or USC or Stanford for that matter, even though it's mostly Olympic sports, all 3 of those schools have won over 100 team NCAA titles. And they're, over the years, they've been good in just about everything. They haven't always won in everything. But I remember my first year at USC, SC won 5 national championships. And it was ridiculous. And then I think the way things have gone, though, it almost seems like you're better off pooling your resources, trying to be good. Not good. You want to be great in a couple of sports, and then hopefully the money you're making from football, is able to support the other sports. And they start riding some coattails, and they win a national championship now and then. Not that I'm referring to anybody, Karen Weekly.
Hey, Chris. It's good talking to you, man. Thank you for hopping on as always. Let's pivot for a second, because you mentioned UCLA, for example, and USC. I know near and dear to your heart, but UCLA, and it made me think about this NCAA tournament for men's baseball. And we'll get to Tennessee in a minute, but I have gotten very, very significant, big March Madness vibes with this baseball tournament, which I think is a good thing, but it's wild to me to see like the number 1 and 2 seeds in this whole thing. They're out already, UCLA being the top of the list.
Well, I've got strong connections to both UCLA and St. Mary's College. One of my close friends out here is the associate athletic director of St. Mary's. And I have a niece that's going to be going to UCLA. I have a number of friends who have graduated from there. You're hearing from UCLA. Well, I've heard from UCLA people out here, and I saw somebody suggesting that the men's baseball tournament, well, I guess it's redundant. The baseball tournament needs to be rethought in some way. I don't know if you're supposed to, if there's wisdom in that or not. I watched both UCLA games. They just got flat out beaten by St. Mary's. And what it reminded me of, Bob, relative to your point about March Madness, is St. Mary's had a pretty good team all year. This wasn't a fluke. They just matched up really well. The pitching matchups worked really well. UCLA playing on their home field, that is not a great home field advantage. Jackie Robinson Park. If you've ever been there, you know that it's just, I got to tell you, and I'm not being intentionally, critical of them, but there's just nothing special about the place. There's no atmosphere. It is a very LA crowd. USC's home baseball games are the same way. It's not like the best days of Lindsey Nelson, or it's not like some of the places in the SEC where the crowd is just a factor. It's not that way at UCLA. And when it started to look like they were going to falter against St. Mary's, their folks were basically ready to go home. And the irony of that regional is that St. Mary's takes down number 1 UCLA, vaunted UCLA. I wasn't shedding a tear, but they couldn't do anything with Cal Poly. And Cal Poly came out of there. And I guess my overriding thought about this, fellas, is it's a reminder that there are 300 plus schools, maybe more than that, playing college baseball, and Baseball America and all the polls aren't really paying attention to everybody. There's no way to do that. And there are teams out there like St. Mary's, like Cal Poly. Cal Poly, by the way, one of the most beautiful areas of California in San Luis Obispo, that are playing great baseball. And I don't think anybody saw either of those teams sneaking up on anyone.
I love the college baseball atmosphere at these regionals. And as great as the baseball is in the SEC, I got to say, the 3 best environments I saw this weekend were Oregon, West Virginia, what we saw last night, and then the best to me was Nebraska. Like, I don't know if anybody saw any of that regional, but I mean, those people were going absolutely berserk.
You hit on 3 places that I've been to all 3 a number of times, and because a good friend of mine was the athletic director at West Virginia for a while. He's now the associate commissioner of the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, which is a fascinating conference that brings teams together that don't have their sport carried by their regular conference. So, for example, men's volleyball in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation has USC, UCLA, Stanford, Brigham Young. It's a monster conference. But West Virginia's fans out in Morgantown, they are as passionate as any you're going to find. In Lincoln, and that whole state, I have a lot of friends in Lincoln, and friends in that athletic department. They live for Big Red Athletics. Volleyball, you can't get a ticket for volleyball there. And then up in Eugene, I mean, the passion for Ducks athletics, I just like saying Ducks athletics, is, it's really intense. So listen, you'll never get me to say that there are more intense, rabid, loyal fans than Tennessee fans. I mean, am I being a homer? Yeah, I probably am. And I don't care because, we all know what it's like there. But I think what happens, Russ, and you're making a good point, is that we who are SEC fans tend to forget or tend not to realize there are other places in this country that have rabid fans that care. I mean, that Oregon State crowd was unbelievable. They were so into it. It reminded me of Lindsey Nelson back a couple of years ago, when the students were all still right next to the dugout, and that place was a house of horrors for road teams. So you're right. There are some great baseball environments in this country that are well outside the SEC.
All right, let's talk a little Tennessee, because felt a little foreign to us this season, Christopher, from the standpoint that it ended quickly. First time they've not won a game in regional play when they've been in regional play in program history. And we've gotten some pretty good news today about some guys that are returning to the program. But what do you view as, like, what's top of mind for you, and what has to change with this team next year to get back to that super regional Omaha tone that they've been setting for so many years?
You know, Bob, I had a feeling you'd ask that, and a couple of things. I'll take a step back for a moment. I was asked by a couple of people, and I think I text Russ this as well. I was asked, how do I think we're going to do in Chapel Hill? And I said, I think we're going to go 0-2. And a couple of people that asked me that thought I was being sarcastic. I said, no, I think we're going to go 0-2. Because this team this year, I mean, they were 38-22. They never showed themselves either away at other people's stadiums or at neutral sites. They never showed themselves to be a consistent ball club. But to your specific question, the thing that I think we need to see with Josh Elander is, what kind of a program, what kind of a team are they? Who are they? Somebody asked me to define, what is Tennessee baseball? I don't know what they are right now. I know some of the talent on the team, but we never really saw them have any kind of a run. We never really knew what we were getting night to night to night. Some nights we had great hitting. Some nights we had some pretty good pitching. The bullpen, a different story entirely. I don't know what the attitude is on this team, what the mentality of this team is. I can't put my finger on it. We knew what Tony Vitello teams were all about. They were hungry. They expected to win. They were in your face in varying degrees in the last couple of years, but we knew the character of those teams. Let's go back a little further. At Summit, you knew when you stepped in the building what you were getting. When you were playing a Pat Summit basketball team, you knew what you were getting and what you were getting into. When you play Rick Barnes and people want to rip on Rick Barnes and you'll knock yourselves out, you know you are going to get suffocating defense. You're going to get tremendous athleticism, irrespective of the results that happened. Not getting to the Final Four. That's not the point. You know what you're getting when you're playing Rick Barnes. I don't know yet what kind of team, what the character is going forward of Josh Elander. So I think I want to see how he's going to look through the portal. What kind of guy is he going to bring in? What kind of player is he looking to recruit at the high school level? That's really what I'm curious to see going forward, Bob.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, with us here this afternoon on The Drive, Fan Run Radio. And CG, is you talk about Rick Barnes and his success. And we're talking about these two programs, Tennessee baseball and softball, that saw their season come to an end here in the last 48, 72 hours. What can Josh Elander and Kieran Weekly, and for that matter, Josh Heupel, learn from Rick Barnes when it comes to the aspect of just overall roster building?
Well, that's a great question. And part of that, I guess, is what I said a moment ago. Rick Barnes, he can frustrate us sometimes because we watch and suddenly all of us watching, and put me at the head of this list, suddenly I'm a coach in front of my TV that's won over 800 games. Somehow I know better than Rick what should be going on. But I think what the two Joshes and Karen can learn is Rick knows exactly the kind of player that he wants to fit his system. He knows the skill set that he wants. He wants a guy who's athletic. He wants a guy who is malleable. He wants a guy that is a character guy. He wants a guy, hopefully, who comes from a good family. And I think sometimes, that a lot of fans, in all fan bases, dismiss the importance of that. But as a parent, and Bob, you're a parent, Russ, you're a parent, I have 2 girls. Character starts at home. How you comport yourself in work situations, in school situations, in teams, playing in music, being an artist, being whether it's dramatic, whether it's music, it starts at home. And I think Rick Barnes has a real framework and a lot of boxes that he wants guys to check. I'm not Josh Elander, I think, Josh Heupel, absolutely. And Kieran Weekly can learn from that. I think also what we've seen from Rick Barnes this offseason, the talent that he has accrued, the skill set, the kinds of players that he went after, he has clearly addressed what has been gaping holes on this team, specifically offense. That's not breaking news. When I look at Karen Weekly, she has, and before her and Ralph, 23, 24 years, nobody can argue that they have developed a top 10 in America program. And this is going back to your point here, your question. They've developed a top 10 program. But for the most part, and this is not opinion, numbers bear this out. They have almost always been lacking either in offense or having hitters understand the moment. And when I go back to 2007, the Arizona series, when they beat Arizona in the championship series 3-0, and then in the next 2 games, not only didn't they win, they didn't score a single run. And I really believe, and I'm going to tie this together here, I really believe, irrespective of the results, we don't always get the results that we want, but I believe Rick Barnes, his mentality, his coaching staff's mentality, and his players' mentality, we've really seen it. They come on the court and they expect to win. Yeah, I know they've gotten their heads beaten in Florida a couple of times. Last couple of times they've been down. Every team takes a loss or 2 or 3 or more like that. But his teams expect to win. Tony Vitello expect to win. I don't believe that Karen's teams expect to win. I don't believe that they have the right mental approach to games. Josh Elander, when I look at the body language, I know I'm not a body language expert, but I'm not absent of being able to see what the team looks like on the bench, in the dugout. There doesn't seem to be the same sort of engagement and involvement that Rick's players have all games, start to finish, compared to theirs. And Josh Heupel, that's a whole other animal. That's who he's bringing in and so on. So I really think that I would love to see more, hear more interaction, that Karen and Rick are talking. That maybe they are. I don't know. That Josh and Rick are talking. That Josh Heupel and Rick are talking. Because I think, again, fans outside, I think there are a lot of fans inside of Tennessee, will lament that he hasn't gotten to the Final Four since he's come to Knoxville. I get that. And he's only gotten to the Elite Eight. But here we are talking about he's only gotten to the Elite Eight multiple times. He's only won 800 games and so on. There's a lot to learn from a guy who has been so successful for so long and does things the right way. I think they could learn a lot by just sitting down and having a few sessions with Rick.
Speaking of basketball, we were just talking about this before you joined us. I want to get your take on this, CG, and that is reports out that maybe the Brooklyn Nets were 3 weeks away from the NBA draft, and that the Brooklyn Nets, who have the 6th pick overall, are growing more and more fond of Nate Ament. And there's a possibility he could be their number 1 pick. Meanwhile, he's also worked out with the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are picking right around 12, so still in the lottery. Where would you want to see Nate Ament go if it was just between those 2 franchises?
Between those 2 franchises, I think I'd rather see him go to Oklahoma City. A couple of reasons. I don't know. Nate is a young guy, and I still think that Nate needs another year of development. That's a moot point because he's going to the NBA. But having lived in New York City so much of my adult life, the sports media there is a couple of things. It's great because there's a plethora of tremendous writers and broadcasters, but it is a giant meat grinder. It's savage. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And Nate, I don't know. Listen, Nate's a grown young man, but I don't know that Nate, at his age and his level of experience, is quite ready for that. And what would concern me for him in Brooklyn, and let's understand something. Brooklyn, for a little sidebar here, Brooklyn could win 10 NBA titles in a row, and they will never own New York City. That's the Knicks. It is all Knicks. I hear the Barclays Center. Yeah, nice arena. It ain't the Garden. It's that simple. But I really believe that I would be concerned for Nate because what a great young man he is, and I love that we had a chance to have him for a year in Knoxville. But I worry that he would get chewed up and spit out there. If he was chosen sixth, those fans, that media is going to be all over him. In Oklahoma City, obviously, much smaller market. You've got a great veteran leader there in SGA, and certainly some other folks in that organization that I think he would develop more as a player in Oklahoma City, a fan base that is going to be more patient with him. I mean, this is a fan base that has seen Kevin Durant come through and James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and they had a chance to go to the NBA Finals when they were up 3-1 against Golden State, and they ended up losing 3 in a row. They've almost been to the mountaintop, and then they have been to the mountaintop, and then they won it all. So they've seen it all, and they understand peaks and valleys more than the Brooklyn Nets, who have had nothing but valleys. So I would, given those two teams, Bob, I'd rather see him end up with Oklahoma City.
I feel the same for what it's worth. I totally agree with that.
CG, appreciate the time as always. How's the knee rehab coming along? I don't know if you guys know, but CG's calling in from the DL right now.
Yeah. It's I had meniscus surgery on my left knee. The lateral and medial meniscus decided to go on strike and just be a real pain. I wish I could say that it was, I was in an over 50 rec league and I went up for a dunk and came down badly, but instead I think I was walking across my backyard and did something. I stepped on a snail. The rehab is coming pretty well. It's going to be 8 weeks of physical therapy. I've got pretty good movement. I've got about 90 degrees of movement now. There's still some pain in the left side there. That's going to be there for a while, but very, very little swelling. It's coming along. I'm back at work, back hosting. So, and really the test was coming on this show and feeling like I could get through it. And because I'm doing it standing up. To me, I've got to have the energy flowing when I come on with the boys, the men from the drive, and it's going well. So I feel good about that. This today, fellas, thank you, was a major step in my recovery.
It's like a pitcher who's had Tommy John. Yes. They send him down to the minors for a rehab assignment. He's almost ready to get back to the show.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno. Everybody go follow him on X at CG Program. CG, always a pleasure, man. Thanks.
Hey, love you guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, CG.
Christopher Gabriel, KMJ Fresno, one more time on the program this afternoon. Some interesting stuff there. I just think about what we're seeing in the approach as Josh Elander reshapes his roster. And if you're just joining us, I think it's been a very, very good day for Tennessee baseball. We'll recap why when we continue the shocking conclusion of the drive coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435 is your number. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive.
Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where's the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge.
A call gets started today, 865-966-3434. Just go online to smathletics.com. Christopher Gabriel, Cam J. Fresno. Bear, what did you learn?
That I didn't realize. I thought his knee problems were related to because he was an athlete.
Varsity athlete?
Yeah, he's definitely varsity athlete. I didn't realize he was just hit home. I mean, just what you got to look forward to, Walker. You're not going to hurt yourself.
Your body
like
starts
Chris
breaking
said,
down.
playing ball. You're going to step off a curb wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
or sometimes just wake up.
I don't know what it is, but me and my friends are already feeling that playing basketball. One of our friends has already had a meniscus surgery from playing basketball.
Okay.
Another of our guys had chronic Achilles problems for years now. We're getting old fast in our 20s.
Oh my God! Stop!
Because you guys
stop.
You spent most of your life sitting inside looking at a screen.
I'll tell you what, played basketball too much.
Do you have friends from high school and stuff that you got a core group?
Yeah, those are the guys that we went to the beach with.
It's so fun, man. Because I have a big group text like that, and man, we don't get to see each other much anymore. But we'll have a cookout every summer, and it's so weird because we always. First of all, when you hang out with your buddies like that, it's always you're telling the same stupid stories over and over again.
They're always good.
The time you almost got caught or whatever, and but it's also now we're in our 40s and everything, and it's dude, we used to be
Studs.
The idiot kids like 15, 16 years old, skipping school, like whatever. And now we're sitting here talking about our mortgage payments and health needs and our kids and just crazy stuff, man. It goes by so fast.
Definitely. There's been an uptick in talk about taxes with it's recently.
Yeah.
That's fun. But the funny part is that whenever I come home, like my mom or my dad, they'll be like, "Oh, how are all your friends doing?" It's like, to be honest, we don't talk about like what they're doing now. We're just joking around.
Yeah. Well, if you are just joining the show this afternoon, a lot of baseball talk as you jump right into the portal season, and Tennessee's had a lot of guys jump in. And today, so far, there have been 3 big names say that they are, in fact, coming back for Tennessee baseball next year. Cameron Appenzeller, the sensational freshman pitcher, struggled a little bit towards the end of the season, maybe the freshman wall, but this was a guy that could have gone in the MLB draft last year. And Tennessee gets him for 3 years now. So you're going to see this guy develop, got to keep him healthy, put some meat on those bones, get bigger, stronger, all that stuff. But I think he's going to be he's a great piece for Tennessee to build around. The other 2, Bob, real quickly.
Sure.
The first one to pop was Grinlinger,
Yes.
right? I don't know if I'm
Appenzeller.
Now, we talked about him, but Trent Grinlinger.
Trent Grinlinger and Levi Clark also, according to reports over at VolQuest, going to be coming back. And I also saw a note that those guys think it's not been confirmed, but leaning towards Blaine Brown being back as well.
Good. Yeah, I mean, look, the Appenzeller thing really excites me because he was one of the few bright spots in that VCU loss. He looked like he had it dialed back in that game. So just a glimpse of what it could be for the coming years.
Was it the Mississippi State game that he came in there and shut them down on the road in their place? 5 or 6 innings.
It was nasty in his early starts or appearances.
I don't know if we ever circled around. If we did, and I'm just interrupting, just let me know. But going back to what Shumpert was talking about, do you think we might, like the pitching coach, just to phrase it, how was it Brian put it? He kind of didn't have a choice at the time they hired him. It's not like
I mean there's been some rumblings online. I don't know anything. I don't.
Josh Reynolds.
I don't have any inside information or anything, but that was definitely my takeaway from Shump was that, if there were to be any sort of changes, it would much more likely be Josh Reynolds than Geralman.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, that's like Ryan said. When we got him, that was kind of
we got plenty of improvement to make in both hitting and pitching. Yeah. So I think that whatever they decide to do
too. I mean, I hate to bang that drum again, but they need to get bigger, faster, and stronger before next season.
Yeah. So I think it's been a good day for the Tennessee Bay because I think everybody's worst fear is, oh man, there's going to be a mass exodus. Like, what if Levi Clark leaves? What if Appenzeller leaves? Well, those are 2 big ones, and obviously Grinlinger's is a stud. So you're keeping a young core of this team together. That obviously shows that all 4 of those guys have a lot of faith in Josh Elander and his vision for the future. And even without Tony Vitello, now they have an opportunity to leave. They're not going to. That's exciting. I think the next step, and this is kind of what we were talking about with CG, Bob, is we talk about the Rick Barnes philosophy of roster building. Yeah. And I keep going back to that phrase he used himself on the Big Orange Caravan. We're going with production over potential.
Production over retention.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And, I look at a guy like Abernathy, and he goes today, and we talked about earlier, it's a shame that it didn't work out, but we need some production coming into this program next year because we're just a little bit short this year. So these guys that are turning have to develop, take the next steps, and we've got to go out in the portal and find some ready-made pieces that we can plug and play immediately.
I've got to believe Elander's breathing a little sigh of relief off the heels of today's news because you play, first and foremost, we talked about it. You got to play some defense and keep some of these guys that you wanted to keep. And those were the ones, man. We've already heard their names today. Now you can go out there and start focusing on the things that you don't have and that you do need to get back to that level of super regional and beyond. And I have faith they can do it. Let's just see. But that today, like you said, that was a good development to have that kind of commitment come back in such a short amount of time.
Power bats and power arms.
Yep.
Got to get them, man. All right, boys. Well, putting the finishing touch. We had all the baseball last night. A smorgasbord. If you're into the college baseball scene,
yeah.
I don't know. We got hockey and
Stanley
MLB
Cup final.
tonight. Is the women's series going on?
No, they start tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
So Texas Tech eliminated Alabama.
Yep.
Yes,
completely.
It's a rematch of last season's championship.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
By the way, Walker, we're talking about like awesome 80s cheesy action movies. Big Trouble.
Yes.
In Little China.
That was one of the first movies Bear recommended to me when I got
seen
here.
a lot of wild things, Wang.
Yeah. You might want to bump that one up towards the top of the list.
Okay. It's almost list season, so we'll get there.
At a time like this, you got to ask yourself, what would old Jack Burton do?
I mean,
my favorite. Have you paid your dues? Yes, sir, I have. Checks in the mail.
Old Jack, he'd probably say, what the hell?
Once we get through the NBA finals, there's nothing but baseball and movies till college football season gets here.
Young Kim Cattrall, pre-Sex in the City.
Remember her from Porky's?
She was in Mannequin, too.
Oh, yeah, Mannequin.
With Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Those movies are so. Again, was it just the amount of cocaine they were hoovering up out there in Hollywood? You think, Bob?
That was also the song that was tied to the soundtrack. Do you remember Jefferson Starship?
We built this city.
No, nothing's gonna stop us now.
Oh,
what a horrible.
On that note,
I mean, has any band gone from being like God tier to like, what the hell are you doing?
I mean,
Mickey Thomas has
that
some
might
pipes,
be
though.